Welcome to Guys Talking Fights.
Yeah,
we finally got some fights coming up, boys.
Finally,
this Saturday.
Took forever. It feels like years since last time we got to actually see a live fight.
Yeah, an actual UFC fight,
dude.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
I haven't seen any UFC fights since last year.
Oh man, it's been a year.
Dad jokes.
That's a good one.
Is this our first podcast of the year?
No.
Oh.
No.
Wait.
I think we've had two.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, we've already had two. I think.
No.
Yeah, we did last week, and then we did the end of the decade review at the beginning of the year.
Wasn't that like the 20 in December? Like
check back and watch our
31st, something
playlist.
like
I don't know. Hold on, let me go on YouTube.
that?
and look.
I didn't upload it the day we recorded it, so it doesn't count.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah. Dude, didn't you tell us a little bit about your
My
new
vehicle?
exhaust on your truck there, buddy?
So everyone who watches the podcast regularly knows that I have a 2019 Ford F-150 that I just got. 5.0 V8. I specifically got the V8 because I want it to sound like a V8. And when I would start the truck and just sit behind it, even though it was on, because it was so goddamn quiet. Truck's got 2,000 miles, and so I had to already fix it by putting a brand new racing exhaust on it, and it sounds so fucking sick.
Can't wait to hear it.
It's like a 3-inch stainless exhaust, and it's loud as shit. Sounds awesome.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be so tired.
We literally did a podcast on January 1st of 2020.
Well, that's when I uploaded it.
Whatever. And then we did the other one last week.
Whatever.
So we've had two.
Right.
Two this decade.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a new
It's a new
decade.
decade.
The roaring 20s.
I saw something online the other day that's like if you're 30 years old or like 31 or 30 years old or older, you've lived in 2 millennia, 4 decades, and like something else.
I'm going to be exactly
How have
30
you lived in
years old.
4 decades? Oh, 80s, 90s.
80s, 90s,
2000s and
2010s,
2020s.
and
2010s.
2020s.
Well,
Tens.
I was
No,
going to say
20s.
2000s and
20s.
2010s. Yeah, so that's 4 already.
2000s.
If you were born in 89.
Right, which I was.
Yeah, but
I was
it's
not.
Yeah, but it's a 20s.
How old are you, Vinny?
I am 28 years old.
Zach, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Ryan?
27.
Jesus.
The old man.
I'm going to be 31.
Old man
in a
Waldo.
couple weeks.
27, 28,
Jay
29,
Dyer.
31.
Yeah. Jay Dyer asked me if I was 25 today,
25.
and then
Dude,
he said
you've been
Tammy
working there for
Westcott
6
thought I
years.
was even younger.
wow. You do look young. You got a young look too.
And then I
look
ran into her at
old.
Wegmans when I was getting my beer, and I was like, I am old enough to buy this thing.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Tammy Westcott.
Oh. I ran
you
into
even
at
old enough to
Wegmans.
work here?
Okay, so last time I got that dinosaur barbecue, I was walking through the aisles looking all like really shady and shit. And like it just went around the aisle and there she was. She's like, "Hi Ryan." I'm like, "Hi Tammy." I just kept on going because I was trying to like hide the hot sauce for some reason.
Guys talking fights.
Trying to hide the hot sauce.
Sounds sexual.
I had my hood up and everything. I'm just like walking real fast.
Okay then.
Did you buy the hot sauce, Ryan?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I got the hot sauce.
Shoplifted hot sauce. Moving on. Moving on.
So
I didn't steal anything.
as you guys can see, we got the Budweiser Tall Boy and the Proper 12 bottle of whiskey up there, which I'm assuming at some point tonight we're going to crack that open and drink some, right?
No, that's like 2 years
It's up
old.
to you. I don't care.
It's up to me.
That's like 2 years
If it's
old.
up to me, we're definitely going to drink some.
That's like 2 years old.
It's whiskey. It doesn't go bad.
I know, but like the older kids, why would you ruin it?
Oh.
It's aged scotch.
Yeah,
Oh, is it
I heard it was
scotch?
colored.
Is it scotch or whiskey?
It's whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But scotch is whiskey, isn't
Similar.
I don't think so.
it? It's
There's a difference.
It's a
but
different. It's a kind of whiskey, isn't it?
No, I thought scotch was just like you got rum, scotch, or whiskey. Like I thought they're just all separate.
Scotch and sirloin.
Whiskey and scotch are like very similar to the.
Oh,
Smooth blend with hints of vanilla, honey, and for some reason toasted wood.
oh.
Like
Yeah,
two
it's got
things
a
you'd
woody,
probably
smoky
wanna
flavor.
Eat. Yeah, no. But
Smoky flavor.
Well, mesquite. Like
Well, I've never had
I've
proper
never-
12, so
Really?
it's yours, Zach. So
Good
if you don't,
shit.
if you don't want to open it, we don't
Oh, I
have
don't
to.
give a fuck.
It's up to you. Either way,
Like
the
I was
reason we
telling
have
Ryan.
that is because this Saturday
Conor McGregor.
it's actually happening. Conor McGregor's returning, which I actually didn't think he was going to come back. I think
Who's
I've
he
said
fighting?
it. I've said it. My boy Donald Cowboy Cerrone, hence the Budweiser can, because apparently that's his go-to beverage.
real quick, just want to do a timeout and say on the poster, they have the Irish flag behind Conor McGregor, and behind Cerrone, they have the Texas flag. He was not born in Texas. He does not live in Texas. He does not train in Texas. But because his nickname is Cowboy,
Yeehaws.
whoever made the poster said, "Oh, you know what? We're going to put the Texas flag behind Cerrone."
Whoever made the poster is a fucking idiot. What are you showing?
Scotch is a whiskey made in Scotland.
You're welcome.
While bourbon is a whiskey made in the USA, generally Kentucky. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably
bourbon.
Scotch.
Welcome to
So
Guys
probably
Talking
more
Alcohol.
Scotch whiskey.
So it's like the same thing then.
Because it's
Just
bottled
Scotch
in
is made in
Ireland.
I didn't know.
We are
Scotch is made in
connoisseurs of
Ireland?
all things.
Scotch is made in
No.
Scotland.
Proper 12 is made in Ireland.
Scotch is made in Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah. That's what, that's what Google says.
Scotland Scotch.
Google never lies.
Scott.
Well,
Our
anyone
friend.
who's listening to this, if you ever have a conversation with anyone, now you'll know and you'll sound smart.
Obviously.
All 4 people watching this.
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah, it's like 20-something.
2 of them came up to me the other day and were like, "Hey, how's that hot sauce and banana stuff?" I'm like, "You watch? Oh, I feel like a celebrity right now. Hey, that's really cool."
Oh, God.
Shout out to you guys.
Do you feel awkward when people do that to you?
No,
You're
I fucking love it.
I
love it.
I love it.
I love that
kinda
fame.
awkward. That's just me. though.
God damn it, McGregor! Don't let it go to your head.
Yeah, right.
More fame.
Wave to me at the side.
Come on, John Jones, bring it back down a little.
Yeah.
Dude, Jones did.
I talked to Jones.
You
I
did?
didn't talk to Jones.
Well, he called you out. He pointed to you.
Yeah, so at UFC Buffalo, after everyone already left, I knew John Jones was up at the cage. John's. I knew he was up at the cage, so I went over to the tunnel and just stood above the tunnel. I just want to take a picture of him, and I'm wearing my John Jones shirt. I might have worn it on here once or twice, and he pointed up at me. He's like, "Hey, I like that shirt." I'm like, "Thanks, man." I think I yelled like, "Oh, you're gonna kick DC's ass," which he did. But it was
I thought he
everybody's
kicked his
ass.
head.
huh?
Thought he kicked his
Might have
head.
kicked him in the
Kicked
ass.
him in the ass a couple times and kicked him in the head.
Speaking of
Yeah.
John Jones never losing,
He's not gonna lose.
I know it's not this weekend, and I'm not going to get too sidetracked. I just want to say,
He's whooping
a
Daniel.
lot of confidence in Dominic Reyes.
Oh, okay, great.
Got a lot of confidence right now in Dominic
Fantastic.
Reyes. We'll see how I feel when it comes to fight week.
Which hot sauce would you like?
Most undeserving.
Well, it depends
title
on
shot
which one you
ever.
feel like taking a shot of.
Which one I take a shot of?
Yeah.
Want to do that ghost one?
Ghost pepper sauce.
I'm not ready to shake out it right
Oh,
now,
okay.
but
Are we dipping bananas?
yeah,
I'm not dipping bananas.
no fucking way I'm dipping a banana in
It
hot
just
sauce.
sounds so sexual.
I was about to say that.
We dipping bananas?
I'm not.
You must be way more specific.
Guys talking fetishes.
Yeah, seriously.
I feel like this piece of lava looks like a penis.
Totally
Oh, God.
does, dude. I already looked at it twice. I
How's
was
your
like, that's
penis
a penis.
look like?
For those of you just listening and not watching, with a lava lamp on the table.
Yeah.
I forgot some
Just
people
for
don't watch.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
just for
no.
fun. We got up there, and there's definitely the way it like kind of melted and then stopped moving because it's not hot enough yet to be
Just
like fluid. It
describing lava
definitely
lamps to
looks like a
people.
penis.
How it erected.
Yeah, it's erected.
Welcome to Guys Talking
I
Fights.
said a nuts
Yeah.
down there.
What a waste of the first 8 minutes.
Sweet.
Nah, dude, fuck no, no
That's
such
good.
thing.
Moving on.
Moving on.
To fights?
Let's
Hopefully.
talk about how Conor McGregor thinks he's gonna make upwards of $80 million.
Yeah.
I mean-
this fight.
I mean, proper 12 is
Like,
going to be all over the
damn,
ring.
dude.
You know it's going to have all the posts inside the ring are going to be proper 12.
Yeah.
that's in his
so that's
contract.
I hope
isn't it?
half of them. Then the other half are Budweiser.
I mean, that would make sense
That'd be
since that's who's promoting this so hard. Giving
Yeah.
Cowboy his own specific specialty can out there in Las Vegas of
Wanna
Budweiser.
explain?
It's pretty sweet. Where'd you see it? Brett Okamoto?
Twitter. Brett.
Yeah. Cowboy getting a specific can, a special can, has his face on it, has a couple quotes on it too, I think.
So is he
it looks pretty sweet.
sponsored by Budweiser? Or are they just
I would
doing it
imagine
for
at this
fun,
point.
or
I would imagine at this point
what?
that they have to be some sort of
He's gotta be
sponsorship for him.
Yeah, he's got to be getting some money from them.
There's no way they could put his face on the can without paying him for
Well,
it.
because
No,
of Cowboy, I
absolutely.
bought a Budweiser tonight. So
Hell yeah.
if you're not paying him, fucking pay the man, Budweiser.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Oh, he's getting paid.
Don't we have a plant in Beeville
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
locally?
Yeah. Budweiser.
We got a local plant
Budweiser
in
plant.
Baldwinsville, New York.
Yep.
I think my
Shout
uncle
out.
might work there too.
Do you think?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Free beer.
Don't really know a lot about him, but I think he works at some
Free
plant.
beer.
Sure. Why not?
It's a bottling plant. I know that.
It's probably that one then, I would imagine.
Sure.
Well, there's a Coca-Cola one in Beeville too, actually.
Oh, there is. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I don't think it
John
was
Glenn, right?
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right off John Glenn. Yeah.
Funny enough, right across the street, that shop is my father's old shop. Yep.
What
Noise.
shop was it?
It's a steel shop, Samson Fabricators.
Nope. Your dad was a steel worker?
The other side of
He
John
owned the
Glenn.
business. Samson
Cool.
Fabricators.
The other side of John Glenn.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
nice.
so you got John Glenn. One side's Coca-Cola. The other
Yeah.
side is my father's steel shop.
Nice.
Well, used to be.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
retired.
That's cool.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yep.
Good for your dad. I'm jealous.
I'm getting ready to
I got
retire.
24 more years.
2007. He
I
retired.
bet he's.
That's when I graduated
jealous.
high school. 2007.
I bet he's
The year
jealous of
before I
you as one of
graduated
the
high school.
founding members of Guys Talking Fights.
He is so jealous of me that he has no idea that I do this.
I think it was my dad I was talking to a couple weeks ago. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this. So I was doing a podcast with these guys. He goes, what's a podcast?
No, that's what.
Oh God.
In my mind, I'm like,
All right.
it's a radio show, Dad. Like I
Yeah,
got
more or
radio.
less.
I'm on the radio, but
Sports
it's
talk
not
radio.
the radio.
It's on the
Sports talk
internet.
Radio.
The internets. What is internets?
What's the internet?
Moving on.
Moving on.
Fights?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
Fights?
going to fight so
Fights?
if you think you guys are ready to get
Fights?
into fights, we can definitely get into the fights.
Oh, we're just gonna talk
About scratch hour?
Butt scratch.
Let's dive
we
in.
wrote down everything, and we were
Dive on in.
You know what? I kind of want to. I don't know if I want to start with Cerrone and McGregor, to be honest with you.
No, let's go to the bottom. Start it from the bottom.
kinda
We'll probably talk about that for a
Yeah,
minute. So.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I mean, that's what everyone's
Well, that's
here
what I
for.
mean.
Yeah,
So
well,
That's
no,
what everyone's here for.
Should we save it for last, though?
exactly.
We can.
Save the juicy stuff for last.
Yeah, no, you assholes better sit through this whole thing. So we're gonna save
That's what
Connor
I mean.
and Cowboy
like, I
till
mean,
the end.
everyone's here.
But if you want, you can
Everyone's
fast.
here for one thing.
No,
You can fast
no,
forward.
That's what everybody cares
no.
about.
Hang on. You can
No.
fast forward to the 55-minute mark.
No, don't
You
do
have
that.
no idea
I
what's
have-
going to be happening at
Well, I
the
just
55-minute mark.
I know, but if they went to the 55-minute
No.
mark, then they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
No.
If you
Now you better do something extravagant at the 55
Yeah,
mark.
right.
when it
I'm
hits
not.
55 minutes,
Yeah.
you better do some crazy.
I'm just gonna troll.
Ryan's
the
gonna
shit.
whip it out at 55 minutes.
Oh my god!
Keep talking about dipping your
slam
banana.
my whole hand up there
We
and make
dip
a loud
bananas?
noise, but just
What?
whipping it out. Like his
And then you're
dick.
gonna slam your whole hand up there. Oh,
I was gonna make it
Oh,
sound like he has a
'cause
big
it
dick.
takes-
Yeah,
Dick.
I got really confused for a second.
It says
Oh.
deck hitting the table.
It's Dak.
It's a big deck.
Dak.
Ow.
Jesus, Dak.
Welcome to Guys Talking Fights.
Anyway,
Zach, do you wanna talk about fights?
JJ Aldrich, Sabina Mazo.
There you
Are we
go.
even gonna talk about that one?
Early. Nah. I mean,
Okay.
we can, though. That's a
Tim
cool
Elliott,
fight.
Askar
JJ
Askarov?
Aldrich, she loses her last fight? Macy Barber beat her, but did she
Yeah.
win?
Oh, that's
after
what I
that?
was gonna say. I thought that was her last fight. I don't know.
I don't know either. I think Aldrich
Sorry, JJ.
won her last fight.
I think she did too.
JJ the
I
Jet.
have
I'm
a
fairly
feeling.
certain she
That's
did.
actually one of the few
I
I
feel like-
didn't write down
I
because
feel like she fought
I don't
relatively
think we're gonna spend much
recently,
time on
too.
it. I do like Aldrich. She's got a very recognizable name, but
Yeah.
I didn't write down her record or anything or who she fought last.
UFC.com is pissing me the fuck
I wrote down a whole.
But nothing about JJ.
Everybody can
Aldrich.
hear the paper. a whole list of who's fighting and the records and who they fought recently. And I did not write this one down. It's the
JJ
first fucking
Aldrich.
fight we're talking about.
Beat Lauren Mueller by decision on October 12th,
Mueller.
2019.
Mueller.
And then got knocked out by Macy before that.
Macy Baba.
Baba.
Mueller.
Fucking Macy Baba. Youngest, gonna soon to be youngest champ in the UFC.
So who are we taking in this one? We're taking Mazo or Aldrich?
Yeah, give me Aldrich.
I got a good feeling about Aldrich
I'll
too.
take JJ all
I
day.
like Aldrich.
I'll take JJ as well. 'Cause I
JJ.
don't know Mazo.
Me neither.
Yep.
All right, there we go.
Coming up after that, we got old Askar Askarov
Wow.
fighting Tim Elliott.
Literally after JJ Aldrich and Sabina Mazo is somebody else, but
Brian Kelleher.
the next
versus
one we're gonna talk
Odie
about.
Osborne.
Next, we're going to talk about
This
Tim
guy's name
Elliott,
is
Askar
This
Askarov.
guy's name is Odie Osborne.
Odie Osborne.
Odie Hush.
Odie Osborne.
That's a sweet ass name.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about either
He's
of those
fighting
guys.
Brian Kelleher.
Brian Kelleher.
Yeah.
Archer.
I don't know much about Kelleher either.
Neither do I.
Okay.
I think he has a tattoo in the middle of his chest. I think
Yeah,
it's
he has a couple tattoos.
I
What a
think-
cool guy.
Isn't it like
Sweet.
what's his? Isn't it like Christ on the cross? the middle?
It might be. It looks like a lot of hair though.
This sounds like big news. Are you telling me that this UFC fighter has tattoos? That is crazy.
Well, actually,
Most of them don't.
fake.
I am like the nickname guy and the tattoo guy. So that's the only things I know. I don't really know.
You do talk about.
I pay more
tattoos a
attention to
lot,
their
too.
dumb tattoos.
a Superman tattoo on that
Yeah.
guy's chest.
Well, at least he won.
Spinning back.
Quick sidebar.
Yeah.
My only thing is I would never want to fight that one UFC fighter who's just hairy as fuck all over. You guys know who I'm talking about?
Yes,
Remember
he
him?
fought
He has-
recently.
he has
Bodysuit.
hair
Yeah, he fought
everywhere.
recently,
Yeah.
like maybe
Yeah.
a couple months ago.
And he has a tattoo underneath all the hair too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
on
you
his,
can't
it's
see
all
it.
over his back too. Like
I don't know
it's
why
just
you would bother.
Crazy.
Why would you bother getting a tattoo?
We
like that?
said that on
That's
the
so
podcast.
stupid.
Episode like 4 or 5 or something.
I would not fight that guy.
It
I'd
must
be like,
be
no,
so
I'm not touching him.
uncomfortable to walk around with that much hair on your body.
Isn't that
That's
like-
gotta
okay,
He
be
probably
uncomfortable.
shaves it all off until like a month before the fight, and then he's just like, I'm gonna be greasy as fuck.
See, the thing is, like, so when I shave
That's what
my
I
head,
would
like
do.
during the winter, like my head legitimately gets cold. Like, doesn't he kind of overheat if he has that much hair all over his body?
It's probably a good way to cut weight.
Is it covered? Oh,
Just shaves off a pound of hair.
Yeah,
probably could.
Super hot.
super
Super.
fucking hot.
What is with this podcast?
That's
Oh,
pretty
we're having
sweet.
fun, man.
What the fuck?
Just having a good time.
What the fuck?
Tim
Alexa.
Elliott, Askar Askarov being 10-0, and we were talking earlier. He's ranked number 12, but he only has one fight in the UFC, and it was a draw against Moreno.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Really
Hell of a
interesting.
fight.
I don't know.
And now
what
you're
the fuck-
ranked.
Really good fight. Though.
now you're. But,
I guess
well,
it's flyweight, so
Vinny was talking a lot about that fight, though.
Yeah, it was a fun fight. It was really close.
Yeah.
Real good one.
well, I'm sure it was a good fight. I mean, if it's a draw,
Brandon
usually
Moreno's
it's
ranked pretty high,
good
isn't
back
he?
and forth.
I mean, if he just drew against a guy number 12, he's probably number 11.
Sure.
If I had to guess.
I don't know.
Man, we're
Perhaps.
pulling
All
out
I know is that Tim Elliott, who was the guy who's fighting Askar Askarov, had a really good fight against
Brandon Moreno was 5.
the
Wow.
former champ. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Number 5. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim,
Being
you're right.
Demetrius Johnson, right?
Yes, Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse. Yeah, he had a really good fight. I think it was back in December of 2016. He fought Mighty Mouse, who, for those of you who don't know, holds the record for the most title defenses in the UFC with, I believe, 11. 11 title defenses.
He has a
11
fight
or
coming up.
12, I think, yeah.
He's fighting in April.
Yeah, he
Mighty
is.
Mouse.
At he's no longer with the UFC. He fights at
Ryzen, right?
one FC.
Oh, one. Okay.
He's it's for the championship, right?
Yep.
He's already.
DJ.
I think he's already champ.
Yeah, I think he is
Oh,
a
he's
champ. I
defending
think
his
he's
belt,
defending.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Defending it.
defending his belt. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
I can't remember who it's with, but I'll look it up.
Is it something
Okay.
Asian?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Well,
Who
keep
knows?
talking.
Silence.
But Tim Elliott
Awkward
lost
silence.
his last fight. He got submitted by Figueiredo, the guy fighting for the
Figueiredo.
flyweight belt against
Figueiredo.
Joseph Benavidez.
Yes,
Benavidez.
Benavidez.
Adriano Moraes
That's a good one.
in April. Demetrius Johnson.
Never heard of him.
Oh no, Demetrius Johnson set to challenge one flyweight champion
That's
Adriano
what I
Moraes.
thought,
in April.
dude. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he-
not the champ.
I thought he.
I didn't think he was. I was just gonna go along with it though.
He's in that circuit though, right? The whatever.
He won the
it's
Grand
called.
Prix championship. Or
Oh,
something.
that's why I think I thought he was champ.
Yeah, I thought
I
they
thought
gave
the
him a
winner was
belt.
champ,
They gave him a belt for winning the tournament.
but that's not.
But I guess that's
the
not
winner's not champ. That's how I thought it worked. I guess.
I guess not.
I think he's just the champion of the tournament. He won the tournament, but he's not like the champion.
Oh, isn't that how they do it in Bellator though? When they do like a Grand Prix type thing, like the winner is like
Yeah.
the champion.
Yeah, I
Not
believe
always.
so.
What they
But
used
one
to,
might be different. They might do shit a little differently.
what
like,
Bellator used to do is they used to like have a tournament. You would win the tournament, and then you would get a chance to fight the champion.
Oh,
Which means
yeah,
the
makes-
champion only
makes
fought
sense.
like once a year. I didn't like that. Now they put the champion in the tournament with them. Like Rory McDonald was in the tournament this year.
Rory.
He sucks.
Well, he's gonna
He's
go.
fighting
He's
against
gonna
him,
go
too.
PFL and make a ton of money. So
No, he won't. He's gonna lose.
Somebody else just challenged him in PFL. I can't remember who it was.
I think I saw.
Isn't it
this.
the champ? One of the
Nah, I
or
think
some big name.
I think it was actually a guy in the upper
Davis
weight
the
class.
third or whatever. That's the guy.
Yes, the guy
that's
who just won by body shots.
Yeah,
Yes, that's why I fucking remembered it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That guy looked good.
yeah.
I mean, if he looked,
he was like,
Rory
"Yo, give
doesn't
me
look
Rory."
good. So if Davis looks good, Rory doesn't look good, then I'm taking Davis.
You leave the Red King alone.
Fuck
Dude, he just
him.
doesn't like to hurt. He doesn't like to hurt
Red
people anymore.
King.
Do you hear that, Rory? He's calling you out.
He used to be called the
Yep.
Water Boy.
Ryan, how much you weigh?
150.
Oh well, you gotta put on some weight. But
No, make him cut.
I used to come in
Make
at
'em cut.
120
I think you already
Make
cut.
them cut to one.
to 150.
Ryan, can you cut 5 pounds?
Yeah, I can.
Fight at 145.
No, you got to cut more.
I
You got to
could
make him cut all the way
I
down.
could easily cut a good 20 pounds.
Ryan's getting to bantamweight.
I used to weigh 120.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
At
You
that
used to weigh
height? Your height?
120, dude.
Yeah.
120?
Yeah.
I used to weigh
Jesus.
120. I gained
Hell of a
30
reach.
pounds. I gained 30 pounds because I was engaged.
You
Yeah, right.
definitely malnourished.
That's funny as
No,
fuck.
I'm not engaged.
How tall are you? 5'10"?
5'10" and a half. Don't forget the half.
5'10" and a half, 120.
Yeah.
How old were you?
He would easily be the tallest
25.
flyweight in the UFC.
25, at 25
Yeah,
years old?
Yeah.
I'm 27 right now.
was 2 years
Sandhagen's, I think,
ago?
5'11 or
Oh,
5'10.
God.
Yeah, life was great.
It was great.
Pitches, man.
And then I got engaged,
Then I
and
got
it all
engaged.
went downhill.
Put a ring on it and gained 20 pounds.
I did.
Boom.
It's a heavy-ass ring.
All right, let's move on to the next fight here. Chaz Skelly is
Ooh.
fighting Grant Dawson.
Dawson's Creek.
Grant
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson. Dawson, who's on a 5-fight win streak. 3 of those fights in the UFC. His last 2 wins was a submission over Michael Trezano and a decision against Julian Erosa. And then Chaz Skelly, he's only won 1 of his last 3. His last fight was a win over Jordan Griffin. It was a decision, and then his last 2 was a submission loss and a knockout loss against Bobby Moffett and the man in the bare knuckle boxing right now, who's
Jason
tearing
Knight.
shit up, Mr. Jason Knight.
Hick
He got
Diaz.
TKO'd by Hick Diaz.
Diaz.
So that's Chaz Skelly. Any of you guys have any feelings about that fight, or
Grant Dawson
it's
just
going to be a
looks
good
like
one,
he's in a
but
lot
I don't know
better
if
shape.
either one of you, any one of you guys has a
We
one way or
saw
the other.
we saw Grant Dawson, according to Vinny, in
Rochester.
Rochester.
Yep.
Vinny remembered
Yeah.
that. I did not, because I suck at
I don't even remember going to Rochester.
Yeah, you're
Kick him in the fucking face. Yep.
Do you remember getting beer with me?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No,
you
no,
remember-
I remember
Yeah,
lots of little parts of the night.
Do you remember how the beer would not fit in the cup, so we would have to chug?
Yes. Why would they do
And
that?
I told the girl, like, just give me the whole can. She's like, I can't give you the can. I'm like, just fucking.
Yeah, I know. That was so stupid. It's like, here, I'm going to fill up this cup. Then you got to chug half of it so that I can put the rest of your can of beer in.
No,
It's
she was
like,
just gonna throw it away. I'm like, hang on. So I chugged
Yeah.
it, and then I was put the rest of that in.
dumb. Yeah, let me throw out half this Modelo that you just paid $9 for.
Oh,
It's like, no, fucking blow me.
it was $9. Dude.
Although she was hot though, so I would have said.
Yeah. No, I don't fucking
Blow
remember
me,
what she
please.
looked like.
Please.
And the cool part was I got that beer for my fiance at the time, so I
Oh.
yeah, definitely would have like blown me.
Wait. She was there?
She was there.
I don't remember seeing her.
Yeah, she was there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you hide her? Where was she?
No, I
No,
think she was
she-
sitting right behind me,
I
wasn't
actually
she?
barely remember her being there as well.
She was loud and drunk and.
Oh.
What's up, Caleb?
What?
Is she even old enough to drink?
She ain't watching this. Of course.
Actually, no.
I was just going to say that. I didn't think so.
Dude, she's totally old enough to drink. What are you talking about?
She totally wasn't there. What are you talking
No,
about?
she was. I
Really?
think she was sitting right behind me.
No, she's old enough to drink.
Yeah, no,
She's
I
good.
think she was
We're
sitting
good.
right
We're just
behind me.
joking. We're making jokes, folks. We're
Ryan,
making
me
jokes.
and
She's
you must
fine.
have
Who
been
the
like
fuck
on the
cares?
opposite
Nobody
sides
does
of the
illegal
seating,
stuff
huh?
here.
'Cause I don't.
Yeah,
She was right-
I've never done
We
illegal
don't
things in
do
my
illegal
life.
things.
No, the 19-year-old sitting right next to
Obviously.
me.
Yeah, no. We're good.
No, she's 20 now though.
She's 21. She's 21.
She's 20 now.
Definitely.
She's 80.
She's 80. She's 80. She's
Definitely. I was dating May Young.
definitely
Old as
80 years
fuck.
old.
She identifies as 80. She's all right.
In this world, yeah, that's all you have to do.
Nasrat Hakparas versus Drew Dober. So that fight's happening. That's going to be a good one. Drew Dober has won 2 of his last 3. He had a TKO win, which is his most recent fight. This is Drew Dober over Marco Polo Reyes. Then he got submitted by Dariush, and he
Beneil
won a
Dariush.
decision over, was it John Tuck? John, what?
Friars John Tuck.
John Tuck.
Super
John
Saiyan.
Tuck?
Yeah. His
John
nickname is
Tuck
Super
and roll?
Saiyan.
Super Saiyan.
He doesn't have hair, by the way.
Right.
If
How are
he
you a
did,
Super Saiyan that doesn't have hair?
that's what I thought.
Nasrat Hakparas, he is
Fake.
on a 3-fight win streak in the UFC.
Fake Saiyan.
Knocked
He
it over
is.
Joaquin
Fan.
Silva. A decision over Tebow. I don't even know.
Goody.
Goody?
Tim Tebow.
Gowdy?
Dowdy.
Tim Tebow. He knocked out. Knocked out Tim Tebow.
Knocked out.
No, it was a decision. And then
Over Tim Tebow.
Wasn't there a gangster named Goaty?
John Gotti.
John
John
Gotti.
Gotti.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I'm Italian too. That's
Like Mahatma Gandhi, followed by all the hotties, all the feds on the trail of a Mr. John Gotti.
No idea where the
was
fuck that came from.
All right,
I was born in 92, not like 99.
everybody watching this right now, just pause it. Don't close it. Just pause. And go on YouTube.
To the
And-
55-minute mark.
Go, yeah, go to the 55-minute mark. No. Go YouTube MC Chris Hijack. That's the song. That's the song I was just singing.
No one's ever heard of that.
I know. That's why they should YouTube it.
And then
Yeah.
close that and listen to some country.
I
music.
would bet.
and
that,
then go watch Guys Talking Fights and subscribe and like.
I would bet that this video that you guys are watching right now, that you are liking and commenting,
Hell
and
yeah, they
all that
are,
other shit.
bro.
I bet this video has more views than that fucking thing that you just
I
said.
can guarantee you it doesn't.
Well, just say it does. So
It
we can
has
say it does.
thousands.
Yeah,
do
so
we.
does this.
No.
Look, just go to the 55-minute mark and just figure it out.
How far in are we, by the way?
Like 30.
26. I have to start thinking about something to do.
All right.
I'll chug this
I'll
out.
get a banana.
Who you guys got? Nasrat Hackbrass or Drew Dober? Who we got in this?
I'll take
Dober.
Dober?
I'll take fake Kelvin Gastelum.
Fake Young Gastelum? Yeah, Nasrat Hackbrass, by the way, he totally looks like Kelvin Gastelum.
Except with abs instead of fat.
Yeah.
He's not
Just a little more jacked, but facial hair, his face, everything about him.
It's a square.
It's interesting. It's a square. Square head.
Well, it's just like Kelvin
He does.
Gastelum.
Next fight up, we got Andre Feely and Sodiq Yusuf.
Touchy-feely.
Touchy-feely.
Actually-
Andre Touchy. That should totally be his nickname.
I think
It
it
is touchy.
Yeah.
Wait,
It
is
is
it?
It's touchy-feely.
Yeah, it's touchy.
I don't know nicknames, so
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't have
That's
been able to come up
awesome.
with that.
And it's Super Sodiq Yusuf.
yes, I knew that one.
Yeah.
Actually, this is Mike's.
Andre Touchy Feely.
Yeah,
That's
this is
fucking great.
This is the fight that Mike is.
I'm happy right now.
Can I talk? This is Mike.
Oh, that was aggressive.
This is the fight that.
Jesus. I bet your muffler doesn't sound that mean.
I bet it
It does. It
does.
sounds mean. This is the fight that Mike Spooches is most looking forward to. So shout out, Mike.
Super Sodiq.
Shout out to
Yes.
Mike if you're watching this. What's
Andre
up,
Uriah Faber on my ankle, Philly.
dog? Yeah, right. Feely, he's got a 2-fight win streak going here. He TKO against Shaman Rice, and then a decision win over Miles Jury. His fight before that. Sorry, not his last fight. His fight
Jury's
before
good.
that was a decision loss
longer
against
in
Michael
UFC.
Johnson. So
No longer in UFC.
not a no-name loss
that
there,
too.
and it was a decision.
He did get
Michael Johnson.
He did get kicked in the face by Yair Rodriguez.
Yair.
Yeah.
So do most people that fight Yair.
I
though.
believe Yair was brought in by Cerrone's camp to
to emulate McGregor.
yeah, to emulate
really?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been
He
training with
doesn't have
him.
a karate style. That's interesting.
It's the kicking
All right.
yeah.
because he throws like
Imagine.
weird kicks and shit, all the spinning capoeira stuff.
Yair,
that
is
McGregor
Yair a
does.
southpaw?
No, I don't.
I don't know
believe
how
so.
you can
Is he?
remember that shit.
Is he not?
I don't believe so.
I don't think
What-
so.
what's
Southpaw
your-
or
There's not too
regular.
many southpaws.
Well, a
Yeah,
lot of
pretty
guys
sure
now
you're
they change, they switch between the two so often now. It's hard to know
Max
which
is good
one
at
they
that.
Max is
are,
really good at
like-
that. There's not a lot of guys that are real good at that though.
I just feel like more so
Maybe
now.
Tony.
Greg
Tony,
Hardy.
Is Tony a natural?
Than Craig Hardy.
No, I'm just kidding. Fuck him.
Craig Hardy.
The cool thing that I was learning about Feely is that the reason that he got that Uriah Faber tattoo is because he literally credits Uriah Faber with like saving his life.
Yeah,
He goes,
Faber
if
brought
it-
him in.
Yeah, he goes, if it wasn't for that guy, I'd be in prison or dead by now. He goes, because I was like on the streets doing nothing good, like fucking my life up. You having fun over there?
I'm stretching my back.
Which
Oh,
is really
okay.
funny
I
because
worked out today for the first time in a long
work
time, so
out.
my back hurts.
Which is why this
Doesn't
cabinet
hurt.
is back
It's tight.
here now.
It's tight.
Uh,
Yeah, that's why we got the
tight.
cabinet back here. Anyone who's watching this cabinet, all the stuff on it, I had to move it because I space over there to work out. Started today, so
Obviously.
So, anyways, he
back's
had-
a little tight.
he has
Tight
on his
like a
stomach where the wild things are.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Isn't
He
that a
said he
movie?
wants every inch
it's
of
a
his body
storybook.
tattooed.
It's also a movie, I think.
Oh, did they make it a movie?
Yeah, they did.
Yes, they did.
I
don't
believe
think
they
it was
did.
any
You should
good,
watch
but-
it. Did you read the book?
Yeah, everyone read the book as a kid.
I didn't.
I mean, I
What?
didn't read it. It was read to me. because I didn't know how to read.
I
Still
never
don't.
read it.
Still
Never had it.
Still don't. Oh, he
That's
does.
funny.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I like that.
See, that's why I'm the tattoo guy, Vinny.
All right, you can be the tattoo guy.
I'm the one with no tattoos in this group.
Who you guys got for Andre Fili and Sodiq Yusuff? Vinny, you go first. Who you got, buddy?
I will take Yusuf in that.
Sodiq?
Sodiq.
Ryan?
Yusuf.
Yusuf?
Yeah. Me too.
Don't know why I said it like that, but yeah.
Super Sodiq.
I'm going Andre Fili.
I would take Fili because I know him more,
I'm going Fili.
but Spooches said Yusuf, so I say Yusuf. I trust him.
Sure.
Was Yusuf
knows
supposed
his
to
shit, that's
fight,
for
or
sure.
was that Neil Magny that was supposed to fight at Rochester that pulled out?
It was Neil
Magny.
Magny. He was supposed to fight Vicente Luque, and then that other guy replaced him.
Sons of bitches.
That other guy actually did very well, though. I remember
Yeah.
until he got choked out.
Neil Magny's one of those guys where I feel like he had so much momentum and he had a really, really good opportunity to break into the top 10 and then eventually the top 5, at least as far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
And it just never happened.
Well, he just lost. That's why.
He lost, and then
Yeah.
he didn't he get injured too. One of his fights got.
I
kicked?
mean, I think
like he has not been very active.
he might have been on a 6-fight win streak or something.
Yeah.
And like he had
He
5
was
in just
looking
one
real
year.
good. Yeah.
And he got destroyed by Santiago Ponzinibbio.
Yes, he did.
Ponzinibbio
Who should be in the rankings, by the way.
should be.
I remember
You
Feely
fucks.
fighting before because I remember that lamppost that he has tattooed on his throat.
That and he has to put like tissues or something in his gauge holes in his ears.
Oh.
When he fights, yeah.
Yeah, so that you can't stick your fingers in
Yeah,
them.
he's got giant. Well, he had gauges. I don't know if he still does, but like the holes are still there, so he has to fill them with tissues during fights.
If you're going to gauge your ears that big, you better just stick to it, man.
You might as well just cut the holes or cut the bottom.
I guess if you never want to do it again, then yeah, I'd say
He's
so,
a fighter.
Well, that's what I mean, though. If you're going to
Yeah,
wear them outside
fights
the
once or
ring,
twice a
then
year.
whatever. Like, that's fine.
I don't think he wears the gauges though.
See,
I don't see why.
then yeah, I'd probably chop my earlobes. Because I
Well,
feel
it'll
like it
heal
looks
back
weird.
up.
No. Once you
No.
get past a certain point, they
It'll-
don't close.
The
Well,
gauge
it
holes.
depends. I guess it depends on how big those gauges
the
are. I
gauge
don't
holes
know.
are big.
Yeah.
Like, you could put
Yeah.
a quarter through his.
Yeah.
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 You don't have to get them very big before they don't close again, though. It's weird.
Okay.
Like when I had mine done.
Yeah.
You had gauges? Oh, I was going to say, I can't picture you with gauges.
No.
I don't see that.
I had two big
Actually,
diamond
I
studs in
actually
my ears
don't
because I
have
was gangster
earlobes.
as
Fun
fuck.
fact.
I've noticed that a lot of times. I just never told
Have you really?
You got
Yeah.
your.
You noticed that?
noticed
Yeah.
that a lot of times.
That's such a weird thing to notice.
The thing with me is like I pay attention to people's ears for some reason. Just like, oh, I wonder if they can pierce their ears.
So
And
you're a
like-
psychopath.
Yeah.
So you're a psychopath.
Yeah, here you go, Vin. Look at my no lobe. My no lobes.
Yeah, whatever.
Huh.
As long as they still work.
They were. I hear pretty well actually.
Moving on.
lobe is- nothing to do with
Anyway,
that.
so Macy
Roxanne
Barber,
Modafferi.
Baba.
Roxanne Modafferi.
Roxanne.
I wanted
This
to do that.
this was the wasn't this the biggest betting favorite on the whole card?
Macy Barber minus 1,000.
That's fucking
Put your
nuts.
$20 on Macy and win $2 when she wins.
Or put your $20 on Roxanne Modafferi and win how much?
Oh, what? I don't fucking know. Because she's not.
Like a
She's
lot?
not plus 1,000. She's like plus, I don't know, 850 or something. So it's a little bit less,
Still.
but yeah,
Fucking phenomenal.
Now she did.
Bet $20, win $80.
something like that.
Something like that.
Who
Yeah.
did you say that Modafferi just beat?
I think she might have lost her last
She-
one, but
she
she
lost her
she
last
beat
one?
Antonina
Jennifer
Shevchenko.
Maya, she lost against, and yes, Vinny, go ahead. You
She
were right.
beat Antonina Shevchenko, Valentina's sister.
Quite the
flyweight
name.
champ. Yeah.
That is good. And yeah, Antonina's a good name, and she's a good fucking fighter.
$20
too.
on Roxanne makes you $120.
Ooh.
Plus
$20.
600.
$20 bet gets you $120.
Plus 600.
It's pretty good. So any of you betting people out there, throw $20 on Modafferi, or don't, because you're probably going to lose that $20.
Yeah, $20 is $20.
Yeah, but there's no point in just giving it away. Might as well burn it.
Yeah,
You're
Barbara.
not just gonna give it away. You gotta
Barbara
ask
is
for it.
8-0, 4-0 in the UFC. She's looking to be the youngest champ to ever christen the UFC.
How old is she? She's 21.
I believe she's
21,
21
I
years
believe.
old. 8-0, and she, the fights that she has had, she fucks girls up.
John Jones is actually currently the record holder for the youngest champ.
23.
Yes.
Yeah. So
23. She's got a
she
couple
has to
years.
beat him.
She's got a couple years, and she's already 4-0. She's 8-0 overall. So
Go put $20 on a draw and just pray for it. $20 wins you $1,320.
Jesus.
in the McGregor versus Cerrone fight.
Oh no, this one's Macy Barber.
That one too?
Yeah,
That one's
Why do
actually
they put
more
draws on
with a draw.
Just
They
'cause
just-
they're
This one's
so
not
rare.
gonna-
because
end
if
in a
one
draw.
person is such a heavy favorite, they're figuring there's no way in hell it's going to get to 3 rounds, let alone a draw.
Yeah, there's no way
Similar
I can
with
see a draw.
McGregor that we'll talk about later, but yeah, no, I don't. Most people, I don't figure that to last 5 rounds.
No fucking way.
Speaking of draw, the person who created the UFC Conor McGregor shirt can't, because that was terrible.
Oh,
Oh, which one?
The one you showed us. Remember?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
it looked like
he looks
Chuck
like-
Norris to me.
yeah.
No,
They made Conor McGregor absolutely, dude.
Same
looks like Chuck
thing.
Norris.
That was crazy. the tattoo
I met
on his
Chuck
chest
Norris.
was the only
Shook his
reason I knew
hand.
it was him.
Pretty sweet.
Huh?
You met Chuck Norris?
Yeah. Shook his hand.
Did you? Did you?
Fuck yeah.
The one under his beard? There's not a chin there. It's only another fist.
Yeah, but see, it's his right. Oh no, I guess that would work. Never mind. I was gonna say it's his right hand, but I guess that's probably the one you'd be shaking, dipshit.
Did you know that Chuck Norris is never late because time stops for Chuck Norris?
You know who is always late though?
Zach.
Katie Nolan.
Zach
Katie
Whitney.
There's a girl on ESPN.
This guy?
who has a show called Always Late with Katie Nolan. Shout out, marry me.
Chuck Norris can piss your
she's
pants.
hot. I've seen her.
Oh, shit.
That's a good one.
I love Katie Nolan.
Wait, what?
Chuck Norris can piss your pants, and he also shits actual bricks.
Damn.
You can shit actual bricks.
They used to love those ones.
Got his autograph.
Chuck Norris doesn't teabag you. He potato sacks you.
Got his autograph.
He once visited the Virgin Islands. They are now the islands.
Why is that on his crotch?
That's where he signed it. I don't know.
He signed it so it looked like his dick.
What?
Oh no, it's going the other way.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris.
Very nice.
I'm really happy that wasn't open.
Whoop,
Chuck
whoop.
Norris.
Keep rolling.
Chuck Norris.
Sweet.
Zach has Chuck Norris's autograph.
Fucking right.
I have Eddie Guerrero's autograph and Chris Benoit's.
Did you know the boogeyman checks his closet for Chuck Norris before he goes to bed?
No way.
I did.
Yeah.
Damn, we're shouting back to like
You know, hair
2012.
can't grow on his balls because hair can't grow on steel.
That's a good one.
Okay, enough of the Chuck Norris bullshit.
He just grows steel wool.
Steel wool on his nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Welcome to Guys Talking Chuck Norris.
Never want to get teabagged by that guy.
Potato sacked.
Yeah, dude.
He potato
Not that
sacks you.
either.
He doesn't teabag you. He potato sacks you.
With his steel wool nuts.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Fuck
My
yeah, Chuck
God.
Norris.
Take the skin right off your face.
What is this podcast?
Also,
What is this podcast?
Awesome.
We're just gonna change the name to Guys Talking Awesome.
Guys,
Yeah.
talking awesome.
exactly.
Hell yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Quad-
Or no.
Gedalia.
Let's not move on quite yet.
Wait
I mean,
up a second.
Who do you think is gonna win? I mean,
Oh.
Rewind.
I
Should at
think
least
there's
call it, I
no
guess.
question in my mind whatsoever that Macy Barber takes this fight.
What are we talking about?
Probably
Macy
for-
Barber, Roxanne
Macy
Modafferi.
Barber
Okay.
and Roxanne Modafferi.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so I got Macy Barber. Vinny.
Gotta go with Macy.
Same. Going with Macy.
Yep. Give me Macy Barber. The
It's a-
future.
It's a smart bet.
I mean,
Future.
Modafferi is actually pretty good. I thought she was trash, but knowing that
She's
she
not bad. Just Barber, dude. I mean, just if you look at her fights, she just dominates everyone she's fought. She's young. She's hungry. I think she's really out of Modafferi's league, man.
Modafferi is
do.
extremely experienced, though.
Yeah, for sure.
She's one of the pioneers, and what's holding her afloat for me in my mind is Vinny saying that she beat Shevchenko. So
Yeah, she did beat Antonina, but again,
Antonina
like
Shevchenko.
Barber's got so
Yeah.
much power. She can take a shot.
She's young.
Yeah.
What's the age gap? The age gap has got to be like.
I don't know how old
8
Modafferi
years?
is.
Yeah,
10
Modafferi's she's up there.
Someone
She's
look that up real quick.
I mean,
while we move on to the next fight, one of you guys look up. And we'll
Zach,
jump in
Zach,
when you
will
get
look
the
it up?
number. See how old Modafferi is.
I'm trying to look up Roxanne
So,
Modafferi, but
All right, so I'm gonna look up Barber then.
All right.
the UFC
Barber is,
website
I
has
believe,
been
21.
Barber is
So,
21.
Yeah. So
Go ahead and look up Rocky.
next
Montefiori's 37.
37.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Way older than I thought. I thought she was like
Montefiore
30.
is-
Well, I don't think she's old as Jesus, but I mean,
Was Jesus about 2,020 years old?
How old was Jesus when he died, though? I mean, I don't think he was he 37? People only lived to be like 35 in those times.
Oh,
so.
dude, I should know this. I went to a Catholic high school.
What the fuck are you doing?
Did you?
Christian Brothers Academy. I went to CBA.
Oh. That's
High
what
school.
CBA stands for?
Christian Brothers stands for Christian Brothers Academy. What did you think it stood for?
I don't know, just like Cicero, Boston Association.
Cicero Boston Association.
Something like that.
That's funny
I
as fuck.
associate CB
What
with Cracker
the
Barrel.
fuck?
Wow. Roxanne Montefiore doesn't even have that good of a doesn't have that good of a record.
What is going on?
Cracker
know.
Barrel alumni.
Just ripping your school apart, bud.
I'm sure someone I went to school with's father owns Cracker Barrel.
I love Cracker
maybe.
Barrel. You know what's funny? I have a Corvette and I park it outside Cracker Barrel, and like everyone makes fun of me because it's like, you old man, you're driving your Corvette to Cracker Barrel, and it's like, yes I am. I fucking
Why
love it.
does that make you an old man, though?
Apparently Corvettes are only owned by old
I
men.
don't agree with that at all.
I love my Corvette. It's fucking awesome. Got new rims for
you
it,
do
too.
see older guys driving vets just because, like, when you get older,
only
you have
people that
the
can
money
afford
to
them.
buy a vet.
Yeah, I think
I
the same
afford it.
thing.
Yeah, I just think like, oh, an old guy who's retired and has enough money now to buy a vet
And
that
then-
he's always wanted.
And then Cracker Barrels is apparently for old people, so they just combine it. Said
Whatever.
Corvettes outside Cracker Barrel.
Again,
I will-
Cracker Barrel's not for old people. I don't think that at all.
I will admit, last time I drove the Corvette to Cracker Barrel, there were 6 Corvettes in the parking lot.
That's pretty insane.
I think,
Everybody that owned one was over 85.
I think,
Except for me.
I think
For
a
Ryan.
I think a Corvette's that car you buy when you're having your midlife crisis.
I had it when I was 21 then.
Well,
no.
you're just gonna
No,
be
22.
more extravagant at your midlife crisis. You're like gonna buy a tank.
I'll
or
probably
something.
die by the age of 30. I want a tank. No, I've been telling people. Like,
I started something.
No, I swear to God, so people keep on asking me, like, oh, what's your next car?
joke.
They're like, what's your next car? I'm like, no, I really want a tank. You can buy them. They're like $40,000. You can buy a tank
Yeah,
for like
but
40
how do you
grand.
drive it on the throughway?
Who's gonna stop me?
You have a point.
Good rebuttal.
Stop it. It's a tank, bro.
No, I will own a tank. I'm gonna buy a tank. I just have to have enough land to be able to drive it.
How
Can
about
the
a- how about a
Corvette
Tomcat?
withstand missile
What's that?
attacks?
16 Tomcat?
At 55 minutes, Ryan buys a tank.
How far are we in, Ryan?
42.
42.
I'm gonna start going on eBay.
All right.
That's good.
Have fun with that.
Moving on.
Claudia Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso. Yeah, Claudia Gadelia and Alexa Grasso.
I put tank 4, and first thing it says is tank for sale.
All right.
Alexa Grasso got screwed out of her last fight.
She
Agreed.
did.
She broke that bitch's arm.
Yeah. Alexa
Carla
Grasso.
Esparza we're talking
Yeah.
I
about.
went to tanksalot.com.
Tanks a
Thanks a
lot.
lot.
Tanksalot.com.
Like, thanks a lot, but tanks a lot?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Good spot.
Those people need to be
Tanks for less.
punched in the mouth.
Okay, so being a tank, does it have to have tracks or can it have wheels?
It has to have tracks.
No, it has to have tracks.
Otherwise, it's just a
The
car.
fucking tank has wheels.
This one clearly looks like a tank, too.
I'll just go pop your tires.
No, I don't think you're popping those tires.
No, I will.
Let's see. Let's see.
I will.
Let me
There's
see.
a turret on the top.
Let me see.
Whatever.
Let me see.
Can your turret point straight down at the tires? If
No,
not,
but a
I will
gun
pop
can.
them.
I mean, that's kind of like a tank.
That's a tank.
No,
That's a tank.
it has tires.
That's
it
a
says
tank.
military vehicles for sale.
Welcome
so.
to GTT, guys talking tanks.
How much is it?
I don't know. I think it's in the United Kingdom, too.
So you gotta have it shipped here?
It's the first website I found.
Get a tank shipped here? That would cost more than the tank itself.
Oh, probably. You're just gonna have to buy the ship
I
that
bet
it
I
comes
could
on
buy
to.
a tank for less than I bought my house for.
Get after it.
Yeah,
You could
maybe,
live in
but,
it.
Like, you can't live. Well, I guess you could live in it.
It's pretty small.
Probably
though.
get pretty cold in
I
there,
can buy a
too.
Beach
Probably.
Monster 432 APC.
Oh, Beach
What?
Monster? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are badass.
Who the fuck knew that tanks had brands?
Yeah, they're awesome, dude. Beach
It's
Monster? Yeah.
25 grand.
Yeah, buy it.
That's
Right
it.
now.
Get it.
Well, it has
55
right
minutes,
now.
Ryan
Ammo
buys
cost.
a tank.
what's the L mean? what's the L? It's not a dollar sign. Pounds? It's 25
Yeah, pounds.
pounds. 25,000 pounds.
Liters?
25,000 pounds.
Okay, now I'm just going to look this up.
It's liters of gold.
Pounds is pretty similar to
Yeah, it's
American
pretty
dollars,
similar.
right?
Yeah,
But
it's-
when we're talking 25,000 of them,
25,000 was it like $32,000?
it's $2.
$80.
80 bucks.
That's 32 grand.
Yeah.
Dude, yo,
I
called that on the
motherfuckers.
dot. That was crazy.
That's cheaper than my truck.
hey,
It's
can
cheaper
you,
than
can
my
you write down a
truck.
few lotto numbers for me?
I want to say that was a
For
hard
real.
guess on my part.
For real.
Okay, so
Hard
this,
guess.
So I'm just saying this is extremely possible.
Yeah.
32 grand's not that much.
Can you do it in the next 10 minutes?
yeah, it's about 55.
Check your
minutes
accounts.
Yeah.
I mean, I did steal hot sauce. So.
Anyway, so Claudia Gadelha and Alexa Grasso. Yeah,
me
so
Grasso.
Grasso, yeah, her she's won 2 of her last 3. Like we said,
Should've
her
won
last fight
3
was
of her
kind
last
of
3.
stolen from her. We thought she beat Esparza, but Esparza got the nod from the judges. She won a decision over Karolina Kowalkiewicz prior to that, and before that fight, she lost a submission over Tatiana Suarez. And then you got Claudia
That was the one
Gadelha.
she lost, right?
Yeah, that was a loss. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you said she won 2 of her last 3, though.
She lost 2 of her last 3.
That's Grasso?
Alexa Grasso has lost 2 of her
Really?
last 3.
Damn.
There's
Claudia
Thought she looked
Gadelha
really
has
good in her
won
last one.
2 of her last 3. All 3 decisions. She won a decision over Ronda Marcos, lost a decision over Nina Ansaroff, and won a decision over Carla Esparza. So Gadelha has beaten Esparza, and Alexa Grasso sort of beat Esparza, but didn't.
Yeah. Seriously broke her friggin' arm.
Should be a good fight for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good back and forth.
Give me Grasso.
You got Grasso, Zach?
Give me Grasso.
I'm also going to go Alexa Grasso, actually. I'm with Zach on this one. I got Grasso over Gadelha.
I will take Brian Ortega's girlfriend in that one.
I thought you were just going to take Brian Ortega.
okay.
Nah.
So
I'm like, yeah, I think I'd take him to beat
Who's
either one of
Brian
those two.
Which one's Brian
Claudia
Ortega's-
Gadelha.
They date? Okay, I did not know.
I don't know if they still do, but they were.
Okay, so you got Gadelha.
His knees all
Ryan,
do.
tell us about the tank first, and then tell us your pick.
I'm legitimately emailing this guy about his tank.
Oh,
for sale.
God.
This is happening.
What'd he say?
This is happening.
Well, I don't know. I'm about to email him. I'm going to ask him how
Alright.
much he wants for
All
it.
right, at 55-minute mark, you better buy that shit.
It's a leopard. Apparently, that's the model.
It's fucking leopard.
All right,
He's a
so
leopard,
hear me
man.
out.
You want to buy a
You
leopard?
work for the government,
I
so
work
I
for the
think you
government.
could drive that to work. I feel like this would be okay.
Okay, so
Dude, you could totally drive that.
Well,
to
it
work.
says-
Wait, no, it's not. They're not legal on the road.
yeah, it says right in here that I'm not allowed to drive it on the road, but I'm allowed to drive it on my own private land without restrictions. Do you know how much this
you
thing
don't
weighs?
have like
You can
any
just leave it on
land.
your
You have
lawn.
a front yard.
My
Perfect.
backyard's decent size.
You got a garage back.
Can you
there.
shoot at stuff?
Just
No.
point
No.
the cannon at different houses.
The
and
gun-
flex on your
The
neighbors.
gun has to be the gun has to be
It's not
disabled.
loaded, but you just point. All you gotta do is point it.
This thing's 46 tons.
Okay, I'm going to come right out and say it. Who the fuck buys a tank if you can't use it to shoot stuff?
Yeah, who buys a tank?
It's
You
a
can't
tank.
drive it.
No, I want to shoot stuff. That's like
My
more
parents got
than
like
half
20
the fun
acres
of the
out in
tank.
Lafayette. You want to fucking drive it up there? We can just drive it around the fields and
Actually,
shit.
like
we
you
can
said,
just
who's gonna
create.
stop you? It's a tank.
We can create paths through the woods.
A decent
fun.
amount of land. Like you really probably only need like 5 acres of land to have fun with your tank.
5 acres?
Not even.
Yeah, 5 acres would do it. You
Not
could have
even.
fun
Not
with
even 5 acres. And 5 acres is like what, like 10 grand or something? Maybe. I don't know.
Depends on where you're buying the land,
dude.
but
First, I'm gonna email this
5
guy about
acres
this
is a
tank.
decent amount of land.
What fight are we talking about?
Claudia Gadelha.
Claudia
Alexa
Gadelha,
Grasso.
Alexa Grasso.
I'm
who you
taking
got?
Grasso on that one.
Taking
Her
Grasso?
striking is actually really good.
She does have good strike.
Gadela hasn't been looking good in the last couple of fights, if I remember right. She's hot. She looks great.
She
but
just
as far
won.
as
A,
takedown
she just
heavy.
won a decision over Ronda Marcos. Then she lost against Nina Askarov, but then she won a decision over Carlos Esparza.
yeah, Esparza, I wasn't really impressed with. The Nino one, Gadela just literally looks like she didn't even start the fight. So I'm going with Grasso on this one. She got robbed in her last fight. She's got great hands.
It's true. She
Clearly-
technically should be on a 2-fight win streak.
Yeah, clearly her submissions or her jiu-jitsu is pretty good because, I mean, she fucking broke Esparza's arm, which I think I heard you talking about. So, yeah, I'm taking Grasso on this one. All right,
think I heard
She's not a very high. She doesn't do a whole lot of takedowns, so you can tell that she's more jiu-jitsu.
so I'm getting back to emailing.
Gadelha likes to take
Yeah,
people down.
I
though.
want shotgun when you get that tank.
I'm sorry,
Do it.
guys. I gotta
I'm gonna
piss.
get a tank.
I gotta
Do
leave
it.
it to you guys.
Do it. You won't.
Holly Holm and Raquel Pennington.
Well, the
Or
next
guys-
one is Alexei Olenek and Mean Mo Green, but who gives a shit about that one?
Mean Mo. So Olenek has
Heavyweight.
been.
Will likes Maurice.
No, he doesn't.
He just said it.
Oh, he does. He did.
Yeah. He
Uh,
said it as he was walking out the door.
Olenek, he's gotten actually I think 2 Ezekiel chokes, which are pretty cool. The his opponent will mount him, basically, right?
He's called the boa constrictor.
Yeah. So the Ezekiel choke, he's laying on his back with his opponent mounted. Like, his opponent's mounting him, and he literally just reaches up and squeezes their head or something like that. Like basically a rear naked choke, but from the bottom kind of thing. Not even a rear naked choke because they're like facing him. And
over 2.5 submissions per 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's very good at submissions.
Wow.
I'm actually
The other guy's takedown defense is 66% for Mo Green, so that's pretty good.
Yeah,
He's defended 2/3 of your takedown.
But here's the thing, though. Olenek has a ton of experience. Vinny, can you look at his? It's on
his
there.
notes.
Yeah.
Green, I think he's pretty green. He has less than I think 10 pro fights. I think
He's 8-4.
8-4. Whereas Olenek is like
57-12-1.
Yeah, Olenek has a ton of experience. So I'm actually going
Reach
with Olenek.
Disadvantage.
I'm going with Olenek on this
For
one. By the way,
Olenek.
is anyone going to drink this water?
No.
That one's yours.
Oh, I already drank mine.
Oh, okay. Well, this one's mine. So
I'm just going to take Will's.
yeah,
Whatever.
both guys are coming off a loss. Lexi Olenek
I don't
lost
drink water.
to Walt Harris via TKO.
Fish fucking it.
Lost to Overeem before that via TKO. And he beat Mark Hunt with a submission before that.
Green did.
What?
Green did or Olenek?
Olenek.
I'm going with
And
Olenek.
Maurice Green lost to Sergey Pavlovic.
Look at this picture from the tank guy.
See, you need the fucking bullet.
And he
With the giraffe.
He won via TKO
if he's
going to
give you a giraffe. Did they just
And
throw
he
in
won
a
a
giraffe?
decision against Jeff Hughes.
Pretty good record.
Did they just throw in a giraffe?
Not bad.
I don't think he threw it at him.
Well, no. Does he throw in a giraffe with your purchase?
Oh.
Like, buy one tank, get a giraffe.
I mean, I think the giraffe would probably be more expensive than the tank.
I would think so.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Probably cost more to ship a giraffe.
Let's see here. Texas.
Obviously.
Of course it's in Texas.
How the fuck do they get it to you?
I mean, they're not
You
that
put
big
it on the back of a truck?
of a semi-truck, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
it'd have
to
be a
ship it up
flatbed.
here-
There's no way it's just going to fit in the back of a semi.
No, not on the trailer, but you
Yeah,
put it on a
it's
low
flatbed.
boy. Yeah, you put it on like a flatbed, you drive it up, and then you lift up the back and you drive away.
Right.
What are you going to do with your giraffe?
Shoot it with my tank.
No. Got to kill it for meat.
I was going to say, are you going to
Yeah.
eat it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to blow it up and then I eat it.
No, because you blew it up.
No, there's still parts of it, just all around.
It's tainted now. It's tainted.
It's a tainted substance.
It's like shooting something with buckshot and then trying to eat it.
Gives you grain and
Yeah, just nice gritty buckshot in there. You're sitting at the table just...
By the way, Will, this tank is in Texas.
And it comes with a giraffe.
Well, it doesn't come with a giraffe, but he has a
Texas,
picture.
you mean where Donald Cerrone's from?
Yeah, apparently. So he has a picture. Here's a picture of a giraffe with the giant bullet. I don't know what that means. I don't know
Just
if
like giving you like a comparison to like where.
The bullet is the same size as this giraffe's head.
Oh, by the way, I'm taking Maurice Green against.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bold move.
Do you want to bet hot sauce?
Sure. Yeah.
Sweet. So I'm taking Olenek.
I'm taking Maurice Green.
Hot shot.
Betting a hot shot on that one.
I had to
Brother,
throw
this
it in.
one is in honor of Donald Cerrone fighting this weekend. I got a nice Budweiser.
Oh, hang on. We're about to crack open a 4-pack.
Nice, dude. That was beautiful. That could be our
53
intro.
and a half
We should,
minutes.
we should record that and make it our intro.
We'll just do it every time.
Holly Holm, Raquel
We just
Pennington.
do it. We
Do it
just
live.
do it.
Raquel Pennington about to get fucked up, y'all.
I think so,
Oh.
too.
Me too. I think so.
Yeah, give me Holly.
Holmes gonna take her.
I'll also
Holm?
take home as well.
She's going to jump on a redemption tour right now. She's,
Oh, yeah.
She's lost, 2 in a row?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Holly Holm.
She got beat by Nunes,
No,
and then before that,
she lost to Nunes. She won a decision over Megan Anderson, and before that, she lost to a decision over Cyborg.
That's what I'm thinking of.
she
is the loss
just
to
beat
Cyborg.
Megan Anderson.
She beat Megan Anderson, then she lost to Nunes.
Oh, okay.
She
There.
beat Megan in like 2019.
Oh yeah,
pretty sure.
okay. I
Yeah,
thought
it was last year, maybe the year before. It was a while. It might have been 20 end of 2018, maybe something like that. It was like an ESPN card. It could have been, or it could
Yeah.
have been like one of the last like Fox cards, one of the last like FS1 cards, something like that. I think it was the end of 2018, something like that. I think it was the first. I think that was the first time I saw Megan fight.
Do we want to talk about?
Might not have been her first fight. I think it was the first time I saw her fight.
Do we want to talk
damn,
about
she's so
Raquel
hot.
Pennington's ass whooping from Amanda Nunes?
Yeah, I mean,
everybody gets their ass whooped
Nunes
by
also.
Amanda Nunes.
Nunes knocked out Holly Holm in the last fight.
Yeah.
Holm was actually looking pretty good in that one though. Before the knockout, Holm was holding her own. She was doing a good job. I mean, Holly Holm, she's good, man. She's one of the best to ever do it, hands down.
She's the one who stopped Rousey.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Just fucked her up too.
Yeah.
Made her look terrible.
Yeah. That's still one of the grossest things is when she ducked that like huge overhand by Rousey and Rousey like fell down into the cage.
Yeah, it was great.
Like,
It was
oh
great.
shit.
Well, the thing with Holly now is she's at the point in her career where she's only gonna fight top-ranked crazy bitches. Like that's all.
Yeah.
She's
She's gonna fight the up and comers or the ones that are looking
the
for a
up and
title
comers
shot.
that have a name that have proven themselves already.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
just
no.
a
Not like
up and comer
not
who has
gatekeeper.
one fight. Yeah, no,
but
not really.
yeah.
Which is why she's fought Amanda Nunes, Megan Anderson, Chris Cyborg, and now she's fighting Raquel Pennington.
So I'm legitimately looking at tanks.
All right.
Maybe wait till we're done with the.
We're past 55. It's
Oh,
almost
we're at
56.
55.
Damn it. He didn't get a tank yet.
Surprise!
Do a barrel roll.
Holly Holm?
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm.
Holly
Holly Holm.
The preacher's daughter. Moving on.
Yes.
Moving on.
Anthony Pettis, Diego Ferreira.
Moving on. Yeah, Anthony Pettis and Carlos Ferreira.
Diego Ferreira.
So this is
Carlos
Pettis'
Ferreira.
return
Diego
to lightweight.
Diego Ferreira.
Thank you.
No, I
I'm sure why I
decided
said
what his
Carlos.
name is.
I don't know either.
Diego Ferreira.
So
They
this
even
is,
wrote Carlos for some reason.
Maybe that's his first name. I don't know.
that
Fucking know.
Carlos is his first name.
Carlos Diego
Carlos
Ferreira.
Diego Ferreira. Okay.
All right, so yeah, fuck you.
Says it right here. Diego Ferreira.
Carlos Diego Ferreira.
Whatever. Anthony Pettis is suing USADA.
Whatever. Anthony suing USADA.
He's also returning to lightweight in this fight.
Is
But go
he?
ahead with the.
Yes, Zach.
He
Why?
cut his hand on the piss bottle of USADA.
Did he piss into his hand after he cut it?
No.
Damn.
He actually, before the Nate Diaz fight, they came to him and took a test from him. And his first one they said was too diluted, which makes too much fucking sense. Like, you're rehydrating for 24 hours before your fight. Like, obviously, you're going to be stuffed full of water, and you're
he's
probably
chugging
going to
water.
piss diluted. Like, that's just stupid. And then I don't know whether it was the first time he did it or the second time he did it, but when he closed the bottle and went to put it into the testing bag or whatever you put it in afterwards, he noticed that he had cut his hand, and they actually had to decide whether or not to stitch it or glue it before the fight, because apparently if you stitch it, you're really looking at the fact that you're probably going to bleed, but it's obviously better than gluing it, because gluing it opens up a lot easier than stitches, I guess, but they were saying that it might hold long enough so that he wouldn't bleed during the fight. But either way, he lost his fight to Diaz, and that's kind of what he's blaming it on. That, and he broke his foot in the second round.
Yeah.
Avoided surgery on the broken foot, though.
I wonder where that's gonna go. If
I don't know.
actually
He
is gonna
hired,
get anything out of USADA? Like what?
He hired
what
the same
compensation can he
The
get?
same
Like,
lawyer as O.J. Simpson?
No, that guy's
he's
dead.
dead.
Johnny
Yeah,
Cochran?
yeah. Johnny Cochran's dead. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he's been
Has
dead
been
for a while.
Yeah, dude, for a number of years.
Like 2012 or something like that. It's
OJ
been a
didn't
long
kill
time.
him, by the way.
No, he might have.
Did he though?
No,
Johnny, no.
no.
Killed his
Johnny,
wife.
is that
Yours
your,
truly.
First team bases with?
So who wins that fight, OJ or Johnny Cochran?
Now?
2005 he died.
Damn.
Greg Hardy would beat both.
Way earlier than I thought. Same time.
His name was Johnny Lee Cochran.
When did he? What year?
2005 he died.
2005.
That's
Yeah.
a long time ago. I was 15.
You said 2012. I thought it was a little before that, but I didn't know it was
Yeah, no,
2005.
I
I
didn't
didn't know it was
either.
that long ago.
I didn't know he died.
He threatened to sue. He threatened to sue the NFL, so I thought it was sooner than that. I didn't think it was that
Cochran?
long ago. Yeah.
He threatened to sue the NFL.
Yeah. You ever heard of the Rooney Rule in the NFL?
No.
Rooney Rule is that you have to, when you're hiring coaches or anything to do with your department, you have to hire you have to interview a person of color, African American, a Latino, something like that. Because the NFL is notorious for having lots of white head coaches and not bothering to hire other people. And so they came up with the Rooney Rule. He was the one who threatened to sue the NFL over like them being racist, basically.
Don't they hire a lot of former quarterbacks? And most quarterbacks are white?
No. Well, sometimes as offensive coordinators, you don't get a ton of quarterbacks that are head coaches anymore. But like the thing that I most think of is just recently the Dallas Cowboys had a vacancy at their head coaching position, and they hired a guy named Mike McCarthy who had a little bit of success up in Green Bay. But the funny thing is that Mike McCarthy slept over at Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, house the night before he was hired to be the head coach of the team. And Marvin Lewis, a African-American guy who also was up for the job, got like a 15-minute meeting at Jerry Jones's office.
Well, the other guy was just willing to suck his dick, so that's why
Yeah, right?
That's why he got the job, right?
This is the way. This is the way it's always been.
Anybody who's watched The Mandalorian just laughed their ass off.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Which is why I'm not laughing.
Yep, sorry.
You don't just give it up. You gotta ask for it.
Either way, Johnny Cochran.
That's fantastic.
Just what you thought you were going to hear about on Guys Talking Fights was Johnny Cochran suing somebody in 2005.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all sorts of little nuggets for you guys too.
Yeah, R.I.P. Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, rest in peace, big guy.
I mean, got OJ off.
Who's also NFL, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Who also
O.J. Simpson drove
definitely was
Yours
guilty.
truly.
That Ford Bronco, though, you know what would really help his Ford Bronco? A nice set of MBRP exhaust.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Moving on.
You know what would have helped him? A tank.
This is true.
Oh, probably. He might have made it to Mexico.
Oh, have you ever seen that 70s cops video of the guy going down the L.A. thruway in a tank?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
70s or 90s?
Might have been 80s.
Like I don't know if cops was around in the
late
They've been
80s
around for a while, but I don't
late
know around in the
80s,
70s.
early 90s, I think. Some guy stole a tank in L.A. or outside of L.A. and like drove through L.A. and like ran over fire hydrants and just shooting water up in the air and
Sweet.
Like
running
just for
over.
fun?
Yeah. Well,
I
no,
mean,
he was
does
like
that
suicidal.
not-
He was on a mission to go kill someone or something.
Well, that's kind of fun.
A tank's a good way to do prepared,
I guess.
He stole a tank and
Like
he
most
was-
people be like, I'm gonna buy a bat or I'm gonna buy handguns. It's like, buy a fucking tank
I'm
and
gonna
make
steal
sure
a
this guy
fucking
dies.
tank.
No, he didn't buy it. He stole it. And so like
Even better.
Well, yeah, no, because if you buy them, apparently the guns are decommissioned, which is stupid.
yeah. So like
You could make him work again.
he stole
I
this thing.
guess.
And then he's like running over cars. I don't think he killed anyone. I think they saw him coming and they would stop and like run and he would run over their car.
Yeah.
So he was on the thruway and like
Wait a minute, you can't outrun a tank in a car? That's
What?
well, I
This
guess
thing-
if you're in LA.
No, this thing was fucking quick. This thing was doing like 30.
fucking
It was
Panzer
scary.
tank.
And so, it's like he was going down the highway, like going with traffic, except they got rid of all the traffic. So he tried to jump the median to go into oncoming traffic to start killing people, and
Sorry,
he
that's
got
not
stuck
that
on the
funny.
median. So they had to jump up on the top, and they
Stuck in a tank?
well, yeah, because the tank tracks are on the
fucking
side,
idiot.
and the median's like in the middle, and he got right up in the middle.
What did he get?
He got
The
stuck.
tank was like too
Teeter-tottered?
heavy, so you like dug into
Dumbass.
Yeah, so they cut out the top of the tank, and then they just shot him. and
Oh,
killed him.
Jesus.
it. Killed him?
Yeah.
Don't bother to
He was
try
a- he
and
was a
pull him out of the
tank.
tank. Just shoot him.
If he's in a tank, still like a human being, they just shot him? Did he kill anyone?
He was trying to.
Yeah,
was
still
in a
don't-
tank?
still don't need to
No,
just
he didn't kill
execute the
anyone, no.
guy.
Did he have a weapon on him?
A tank.
No, inside the tank, though.
In the tank? Did he have like a gun?
Because once you
I
cut
don't-
through the top of the tank and you're like
Well, they
within range or like out of inside
Just
the range
pull
of
him out
that
the
gun,
tank
I
and
feel
be
like
crazy
Okay,
fox.
so
You're good
the
to go.
gun was pointing at the cops, and then
Okay.
as the cops are driving behind him, you can hear over the radio like, "Hey, does anyone know if this thing's loaded?" Because like they didn't know if it was
Good
loaded.
thing
we should have
No.
found that out first.
And then like
before we all started
and then he
chasing
started,
this
like,
guy.
Then he started like pointing the gun at him, like the
Yeah?
fucking turret.
Okay, yeah,
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
But still, once you get on top and like have him, quote unquote, dead to rights, you probably didn't need to execute him.
They did.
Yeah. They did. No, again, I don't know if they had to, but yes, they chose
Because
to.
he was still moving the tank. The
And
tank
this
was still doing this.
And this
Typical
was
LAPD.
inspiration for Rockstar Games, a.k.a. Grand Theft Auto. You're welcome.
I think someone else stole a tank, too. I've seen two. I know this.
I have lots of times in GTA.
Welcome to Guys Talking Tanks.
Seriously.
Keep going. I'm going to look this up.
Anthony Pettis and Carlos Fajeda.
Give me Pettis. Give me Pettis.
Do we want to talk about their last fights real quick?
That's a tough one, though,
Yeah,
man.
talk about their last fights. Because, like,
Pettis' last fight was
Fajeda-
Diaz, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Fajeda's on
He got pretty
a
worked.
Yeah,
five
he got
fight.
worked pretty good.
Fajeda's on a 5-fight win streak.
Not ranked.
His last loss, which is he's not ranked,
He's not ranked.
not even the top 15.
Nope.
That's a shot of hot sauce.
okay. No,
I'm just kidding.
That's the video.
Pettis is 11.
He has
And
not.
on
His last fight was
welterweight
against
or lightweight?
Poirier in 2015. Was the last time Fajeda lost a fight.
Oh. I
He's on a
thought you were
5-fight
saying
win streak.
Pettis' last fight. I'm like, no.
No. Fajeda's last fight.
Like he lost to
that he
Diaz.
lost,
He Supermaned the Wonder Boy.
His,
Yeah.
his most recent loss is April of 2015 against Dustin Poirier, which is fucking nuts.
Poirier's
Since then, he's
pretty
gone on a
good.
5-fight win streak. TKO over Kyle Nelson, decision win over a guy that I don't know, Rustin.
I didn't know Kyle Nelson.
Kadbilov, and then a
I know
decision
that
win
name
over,
more than I know Kyle
Nelson.
Nelson.
Back-
Me too.
Yeah,
Taisamov,
Who?
Merbek Taisamov.
Maribek.
Merbek.
Maribek
Taisamov.
Tasimov.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Not
that's his
Mirsad
last 3
Bektic
fights, but he's on a 5-fight win streak.
Or
And
Bektic.
then Pettis, yeah, his last fight he lost. It was a good fucking fight. It was a war, 3-round war against Nate Diaz, and then he.
Yeah, Diaz pretty much.
Before
worked
that,
him,
he
though.
knocked out Wonder Boy.
But he was
Yeah.
losing that one.
That
He was losing
Superman,
that
that
one,
Superman punch over off the cage.
Off the
Yeah,
cage.
that was dope.
Showtime.
Yeah.
I mean, Pettis, honestly, in my opinion, has not looked good in his last 2 fights. I always think of
Is back at 155 pounds. By the way,
that's true. That's true.
that's gonna help him.
He's moving back.
Yeah,
down.
it's definitely going to help him. I think he looks better at 155 than he does at 170.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
He has power at 170 because he doesn't have to cut as much weight, which
Yeah.
is how he knocked out Thompson.
right.
He looks a little chub at 170 though.
A little bit. He's not
But-
the biggest guy.
Ferreira, whatever his name is, Ferrari. So
Yeah, Diaz Ferrari.
Fajeda.
Ferrari. I'm like
Fajeda.
Ferrari.
Fajitas.
So
Grill.
I'm like that.
Fajitas.
I'm like that guy who's like,
Grilled.
Stipe Miocic. He's got that immigrant blood.
Oh, Joey Diaz.
Yeah, Joey Diaz. Yeah,
That ain't fucking Miocic.
Ferrari.
That's
Somewhat.
funny.
So
Steelpick. Steelpick's got the
Stope.
immigrant blood. He's from. What is he
he's from Ohio.
Yeah, right. Born in Cleveland.
He's got that immigrant blood.
Fucking motherfucking Steelpick, that cocksucker. Knock you out.
Yeah. So, anyways, Ferrari.
Body shots.
I always think of him having a fro getting kicked in the head by Cerrone, I think it was. But knowing that he's on a 5-fight win streak at lightweight, which is pretty impressive, I'm actually going with Ferrari.
Fajeda.
Whatever.
Zach.
Pettis.
Pettis. Vinny.
Such a hard one. Anthony Pettis is like 50-50. Like I'll take Pettis though. I'll go with Pettis for this one.
I'm legitimately 50-50 on this one.
I would have said
You
Pettis.
gotta go Pettis then.
I would have said Pettis.
I don't have. Damn it. Fajeda. I'm going Fajeda.
He's
Ferreira.
he's your
Ferreira.
favorite.
Fajeda. Ferreira.
Minus 250.
Ferrari.
Ferreira.
Ferrari.
Minus 250.
He's minus 250?
I'm going with, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I would have
Yep.
said Pettis, but knowing that he's on a 5-fight win streak, I'm going with Diego.
I'm
Carlos.
good.
Diego.
Carlos Diego Ferreira.
Yeah.
Ferreira.
Oh, by the way, 1995 was when that tank rampage happened.
1995.
95. Yes.
All right, word.
So the guy's name was Sean. Just so everyone knows.
Rest in peace, Sean.
I don't know.
You had a good run, buddy.
It was really memorable.
You're the man.
I mean, if we're talking about it on this nationwide, huge, well-known podcast known as guys talking fights.
35 subscribers, by the way.
35 subscribers. We probably lost one or two during this
Hell
one.
yeah. Maybe. Or we gained a lot.
Or we gained a lot.
This has been a fun one. Man.
Yeah. Tanks and shit.
Tanks and shit. That's what I'm going to call this one.
Tanks
Guys
and
talking
shit.
fights. Episode 19.
19.
Tanks
And shit.
You need to do hashtag tanks.
Hashtag. All right, sure. I that's not a thing anymore on YouTube.
Hashtags?
The hashtags.
God damn
As
it.
far as I'm aware.
Fuck, you gotta figure out how to do it then.
Yeah, they changed their whole thing like recently.
Oh, yeah, they changed like the...
Last like 3 or 4.
Yeah, because kids can't look up tanks and shit. I did, but...
Well, you're not a child. You're basically a child.
Immature, but, you know.
You're definitely the youngest one in this room.
I'm the youngest. I'm the baby of the group.
You should feel good about that, by the way.
I do.
I guess.
It's a good thing.
I do.
You should.
Moving on.
Main event,
Moving on.
motherfuckers. Finally, Cowboy. Connor.
And I'm not going to look at my phone.
Let's talk about it.
Proper 12 versus
fucking time.
Budweiser.
I'm drinking a Bud right now. Cowboy is and has been one of my favorite fighters for a good 3 or 4 years now. And I really hope he's able to pull one over on Connor.
You've brought me on board with Cowboy.
Hell yeah, I have. You brought me that shirt, dude. I was going to wear it.
Yep.
I was going to wear it,
Yep.
but I literally just forgot.
You're good.
I was like setting everything
It's a
up
sweet
and
shirt.
doing shit till like the last minute till you guys got here. But I don't see it going well for Cowboy.
Yeah.
It could.
It could, but it's
But I think mentally he's not going to...
No, I think because of all the shit that he's heard the last, like, all the shit that came out that was like, oh, he's being paid to throw the fight, like everything else
yeah,
like
that
that.
didn't last very long.
No, I know,
That-
but
that-
just
that
the
was
fact
a
that
thing, though. Yeah,
the fact that anybody would mention that to a guy that
that's ridiculous.
has all those records in the UFC must piss him off.
Speaking of the records, go ahead and why don't you name off those records?
I mean, I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but if
Most
I'm
fights
thinking
in the
it's
UFC,
most
most wins
fights,
in the
it's
UFC,
most
most head
finishes.
kick finishes in the UFC, and most submissions in the UFC.
Yeah.
Tied for
Most fight bonuses in the UFC.
tied for most fights in the year.
Tied for most fights in a year.
I think.
In his division or overall?
I think in all. I think
With what, 5?
5 or 6.
Yeah.
I think it's 5.
Could have been.
Dude, how many fights did he have fucking last year?
A lot.
Exactly.
4.
Might have been 4.
I think it was 4.
It's a lot.
Was it Hernandez, Iaquinta, Ferguson,
Jorge.
Ferguson, Gaethje.
Gaethje?
Thought he fought Jorge.
No.
He did fight Jorge. but
Yeah,
Like
a long
3
time
years ago?
Yeah.
Uh,
When Jorge had short
Jorge
hair.
fucked him up.
Jorge still had short hair.
Jorge looked pretty good against him. Yeah. That was back then.
It's another boxer, though.
So, the way I see it is, well, I'm not even going to say me, but Jorge Masvidal and George St. Pierre, they were both asked because it's a pretty big fight. Anytime
Eddie
I heard-
Alvarez said the same thing today.
Yep. Anytime you have a pretty big fight like this, they always ask other people who are big in the company. And Jorge Masvidal and George St. Pierre are obviously two very important people.
Yep.
And they both say the same thing. That,
finish that?
and I agree with them. That
Finish it?
Jorge, that yeah, just say-
McGregor?
yeah, that Cerrone would
Cowboy.
actually be smart to throw in some takedowns and
Oh,
use
yeah.
his ground game because he has very good ground game. And McGregor, while he does have very good takedown defense, his last fight he got choked out. So his ground game was his downfall in his last fight. And so really Cerrone would be smart as to wear him out a little bit on the feet, not too much though, and then take
Can
him
he,
down.
though? That's the thing,
Can he
though.
take him down? I don't know if he can take him down, but he
'Cause you
should
saw-
try to.
You saw what happened the last time Donald tried to stand with a guy who has a ton of power, and Gaethje took him out quick.
Yeah.
So,
And
It's gonna be
McGregor
tough.
McGregor has power, but more
fuck yeah.
importantly, he has accuracy.
yeah.
He has extremely good accuracy. If he wants to hit a perfect spot on your chin, he can do it, and he will do it.
He's going to leg kick.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. He's going to try and take his legs out so that he can't take him down.
You're saying Cerrone's going to try to?
No, I'm thinking McGregor's going to come right out and start
McGregor
kicking
doesn't
his
have the
legs.
best leg kicks. If you want to start kicking with someone, Cerrone is not the guy to try to kick with.
Oh, but
Cerrone
he comes
has
out...
way better technique and is a lot faster and more powerful with the leg kicks. The only kick you really see McGregor using a lot is like kind of like a front kick, and he sort of uses it like a jab.
He does it to
He
the
hits
legs.
to the body.
To the body.
To the
yeah.
body.
It's like a
He does
karate
leg
style.
kick,
It's
though.
like kind of like a jab to the
Capoeira.
body, but with a leg. Yeah. That's what you see McGregor using a lot of. So he's kind of sneaky with it too. So Cerrone's got to watch out for that. But if you want to just go straight leg kicks, like kicking the legs, dude, Cerrone takes that shit all day. Yeah. Then if you want to go boxing, you want to talk about the hands. I mean,
McGregor.
I think McGregor's definitely got. He's got the speed and the accuracy
and the power.
Honestly, at 170, I think the power is. I don't want to say equal, but it's close. Mm-hmm. It's closer than the other things we were just talking about as far as like kicks and shit go.
I think as far as chins go, like say they both have the same amount of power. As far as durability goes, I feel like Conor's more durable.
Yeah.
He's 5 years younger.
He has less wars.
He does have less wars because a lot of the big fights that he won fast. Really early on. Yeah, he doesn't have the wear and tear that Cowboy has.
Aldo never landed a punch on him. I think he landed one punch on him. But
their average fight time is almost the same. It's only a minute apart. Whereas 9 minutes as opposed to 10 minutes for Cerrone.
Yeah, but if you look at how many fights Cerrone's had.
Oh, yeah, but still.
Yeah.
So, I mean, both Jorge and George St. Pierre say the same thing I do. If Cerrone just stands there with him in the first round, he's probably going to get knocked out. Yeah, Zach's saying the same thing.
Yeah. I don't think he needs to go for a takedown in the first round. I just think he has to be really smart and disciplined and make sure that he uses those leg kicks and keeps his distance. If you try to box with McGregor, you're going to have a hard time. If you keep your distance, you use your leg kicks, you're smart. If Cowboy's smart, he keeps his distance and doesn't let McGregor get in on him where he can start using his hands really good and let Conor come in on him and get set and hit him with that with a hard left. And also Cowboy, he can't just move forward throwing punches because he's going to get countered with the left, which is what Conor does the best.
Yeah.
Cowboy needs
moving backwards.
Which actually everybody's been saying. I mean, most people have been saying, at least from what you've all heard, and you'll probably agree with me. If you don't agree with me, let me know. Everyone's been saying that Conor's a fast starter, Cowboy's a slow starter.
I was about to
therefore,
say that
favors Conor. I actually feel the opposite. Because Cowboy's a slow starter, he's going to be tentative at first, so he's not going to be going in real hard. And that's kind of when Cowboy knocks guys out, or when Conor knocks guys out in the first round, is when they're coming in, going for him, and then he counters them with a left and knocks him out. So Cowboy starting slow, maybe that's not going to happen in the first round. Maybe Conor doesn't get that opportunity to get the counter.
I see that argument.
Yeah, I see that argument too, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, Justin got him out in the first round, and true. I think he did go out there with that game plan, kind of starting to warm up in the first round, but then he just started engaging too many flurries with Justin, and he just got caught, and that's the way she goes.
I think it might have been the Gaethje fight, wasn't it? Cowboy said he didn't even warm up before the fight, or was that Tony? I thought it was Gaethje. He didn't even barely warmed up before the fight happened.
Wasn't he not injured, but there was something going on, and I think you're right about that. That he had something going on, whether he was coming off an illness or something
Cowboy?
like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Where he didn't have a lot of time to warm up, or just wasn't feeling in the best shape to even be out there.
Yeah, it's possible.
Well, I'm going to throw this out there. Cowboy says that he's going to stand with McGregor.
Of course, he
at
says
least
that.
First round. How do
he
you guys?
Says that
how
again,
do you guys?
He says that for every fight he's ever had.
What do you guys think about that? Of him standing with McGregor in the first round, just standing?
I'm telling you, I think
that's
McGregor's
fine as long as he keeps distance. Go ahead, Zach.
I think McGregor's going to come out and kick his legs. I think he's going to come out and he's going to keep snapping off kicks to his legs. No, I'm telling you, because he's going to want him to not.
I disagree.
That's fine. But as he's going to come out there, he's going to kick him in the legs.
He never does that.
He did it to Nate Diaz for the entire first round. He kicked his fucking legs off. And that's exactly what he's going to do.
I'd have to go back and watch the fight.
I'll
take your word for it.
Okay. Today. He fucking kicked his legs off in the first round because he doesn't want to get taken down. That's exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah, but again, that's a fighting against Nate Diaz, who doesn't really check leg kicks.
No, he tries to avoid them.
Right. Cowboy will check them, and he'll fucking kick you back faster and harder than you kick him.
See, I don't know.
I don't think Conor. That was a strategy that he took in the Diaz fight for a specific reason because of the guy he was fighting. It's not a good idea to do that against.
He doesn't
against
throw
Cowboy.
like
That's
this.
not
is
a good game plan against Cowboy.
Okay.
Like, who's gonna out leg kick the other guy? Cowboy wins that all day long. I
Okay.
don't think Connor's gonna do that.
He doesn't
Not that
throw.
he doesn't have the ability to. I don't think he's gonna choose to do that.
He's not throwing your standard leg kicks. As far
Like
as
front kicks, you mean?
a little bit more of like the stomp type, where he'll come in and he'll just leave that front leg and he'll
Hitting
start
above the
stomping.
knee, like on the
He'll
thigh.
start stomping at your shins. He'll start stomping at your legs so that you can't. There's no way to check it and break your leg. Doing it, I see a lot of that, at least initially.
Maybe.
Will he do it in the third round if it lasts that long? Probably not, because like you're saying, he'll probably wear out and then he'll get to working with his hands and only working with his hands the way that Connor does.
Yeah.
Do I see more body shots than leg kicks? Yeah, body kicks. That's what he likes to do. He likes to spin shit. He likes the capoeira. That's what he likes to do. Connor.
Yeah, he just spins his leg around like a fucking baseball bat, tries to hit in the head.
I mean, he started the Poirier fight with a spinning wheel kick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
He loves that stuff. He loves
Yeah.
to come out and throw something that you're not expecting initially, which at this point
Well,
you're
let's-
expecting it. But
Let's talk about what's been talked about a lot already is the fight being at 170 instead of 155. Vinny, how do you feel about that? Do you think that's an advantage for Cowboy? Do you think it's an advantage for McGregor? Or do you feel neither way?
I don't know if necessarily it's an advantage for either of them, just because I mean,
I agree.
they're both, if they're both cutting to 55, they're both draining themselves, they're both depleting themselves. If they're not doing that, then the best of both of them is going to come to that fight. I think this is just strategy from Conor, so he has options after this fight. Because even though I don't think he would deserve a shot at the 155 belt if he wins this fight, because that would just be silly to me.
Yeah, man.
I don't think Khabib
he
will
might
give
fight,
it to him.
He might want to fight Jorge Masvidal. He might want to fight Nate at 170. He's got so many different directions he can go.
Trilogy against Nate makes a lot of sense if he does win this fight. What about the fact that
I don't think he'll fight that far down.
Nate
What-
just lost.
That's
what about
the problem?
What about the fact that Conor said in an interview recently that he's weighing in the 160s right now? And for sure Cowboy is going to probably weigh in at like 170 and a half, maybe 171. Conor might not even make 170. He might, with no
He'll hit
cut.
169, I bet.
Yeah, 165, 169, somewhere in there. Maybe he hits 170, maybe. But he says he's around 160 and some change.
I think that Cerrone just overall is a bigger guy
He is.
than
he
McGregor.
is.
He's got
It's
4
not even you
inches
think
on
he
him. I
is.
think.
He just is.
So-
Yeah.
Cerrone would never make featherweight. He could never make featherweight.
No way.
Cerrone's skinny though.
He's skinny, but I don't think he could ever make featherweight.
He has
whereas-
a hard cut to
did,
155.
though, didn't he fight like once
could
at
have been.
featherweight?
I don't think so.
That would have been a long time
He
ago.
fought
but
featherweight.
I don't think so,
You
man.
might have
He's
to
what,
look that one up.
35 years old? 34?
Yeah.
Whereas,
Cerrone?
but
Cerrone's 36.
McGregor
I
did.
didn't think McGregor was 31.
McGregor did fight.
McGregor's
At,
31, I think, and Cerrone's 36.
so McGregor did fight at featherweight. So I
Did
just McGregor.
Oh, McGregor, yes.
Yeah, McGregor definitely did
McGregor
fight at
won a belt.
featherweight.
For sure.
And so I just think being at 170,
Proper 12.
being at 170, I just think it's more advantage to Cerrone. What?
You want it?
Do you want to open it?
Can if you want to. I'm looking something up. Hold on.
Here. Are you cool with that, or do you want to?
Yeah,
do you
dude,
want to
I'm
not
fine with
open it?
Uh,
All right.
so
Are you sure? Positive.
Yes.
I'm just hoping that Cerrone is smart, has a good fight IQ, and actually attempts some takedowns during the fight, and he could beat McGregor. But if he doesn't attempt any takedowns or anything, he's going to lose this fight by knockout. And I'm not a McGregor fan. That all was completely unbiased. Now going with the bias thing, I don't like McGregor. I don't like the whole business part of the whole McGregor type thing that's going on.
As I open his bottle of whiskey.
With Evan Dunham.
I told you fought it at featherweight.
So according to this article that Vinny just pulled up, that was
Yep.
It was a while ago. Don't get me wrong.
October of 2013. It says Donald Cerrone
true
will
Irish
drop
whiskey.
to featherweight after 167 fight with Evan Dunham. I don't think he ever did. So
I'm telling you.
I want to
really
look
think
that
he
up
did.
after the Evan Dunham fight. Let me smell that.
It's true Irish whiskey.
you're not going through.
Oh shit.
It's actually not bad.
No.
Well, give me a little shot.
I think
first.
McGregor's gonna knock him out, or at least TKO him.
Yeah. So, like I was saying,
I think it'll be late second, early third round.
I think McGregor's gonna win. I want Donald Cerrone to win.
Sorry,
You know who? You know who
apologies for that.
McGregor's been training
Ryan?
with for a while now.
Got
And
here.
I think that's no. That's Cowboy.
Oh, who McGregor?
Yes, Dylan Dennis, or not? Jesus.
Gunnar Nelson.
No, Jesus. Why am I missing his fucking name?
Gunnar Nelson. The Mountain.
Whiskey
No,
Flash.
the jiu-jitsu guy that's in Bellator that's smoking.
Dylan
everybody.
Dennis.
Yeah, okay. Then I was right.
Yeah.
I don't know why that name didn't sound right when I said it. But
think
that's
I-
who he's
Dylan
been
Dennis,
training
he's been
for
with
a
him
while.
for a while.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah,
Long time. He's had 3 fights with him.
yeah. So I'm excited for that.
You don't seem excited to have any of your proper.
Why did you bring
no, I
up
don't need
Dylan
any of
Dennis
that.
for?
Just because that's who he's been training with for a while, and I think that's
His grappling you're talking about?
yep. And he's been sparring with him a ton, not just training,
sit
but
down.
they've been sparring together. So you know that Dennis has been throwing him around and kind of
Yeah,
giving him a
I
little
just-
bit more of that treatment.
He has been training with Dylan Dennis, who does have really good grappling and jiu-jitsu, but I think Cerrone's, regardless, Cerrone's ground game is going to be better than Connor's if it does go to the ground. Oh yeah,
Oh, sounds so nice.
it does sound nice,
Let's see.
especially in those glasses. Oh, it looks so good.
Dunham.
Hell yeah.
That was Evan Dunham, right?
I'm really not going to want any of this either.
No,
I'm good,
I'm
thank
sorry, Vinny, but
I gotta
after
fucking
Evan
work
Dunham
early.
was Adriano
nicotine?
Martins, and that was not
Sure.
at featherweight.
My lungs are bad enough as it is.
Yeah, that was lightweight. And then Edson Barboza was lightweight again.
Well, I guess he's a dirty, rotten liar then.
He said he was going to, and he never did.
Never made it to feather?
He did say he was going to go down to featherweight. He never did.
That'd be tough, man. I mean, at 6'1", that's a crazy cut to get down to featherweight.
Zabit
mean-
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zabit's even skinnier than Cowboy
Yeah,
is. Though.
yeah,
I mean,
he
Cowboy's lean.
Cowboy has a really nasty cut for 155, man. I never thought he made
Especially
fun
at this
145.
point. I mean, when you're 36 years old, it's hard to.
I mean, even when
keep
he's
trying to
younger,
cut
like
that weight.
he might not be like the biggest guy, like as far as bulk goes. Like he doesn't carry around a ton of muscle, but like he's a big dude. Like he's broad, he's wide, he's tall, he's long. Like he ain't making 145.
When was the first time that McGregor really yoked out? Was that before the Habib fight, or was that even before that?
the Diaz fight when the only
Ma-
two fight,
yeah,
the only two
that's
fights,
what- that's
the only
what
two
it is.
fights
Diaz
he's
fight.
ever had at 170 was
That's
the two
what it
Diaz
is.
fights.
Yeah, but
other
the-
than that,
and I
he's
think
fought
it's
at
the
155 and
second Diaz
145.
fight. I think it's the second Diaz fight.
It was the
that I'm
second one
thinking
because
about.
the first one he was training for a lightweight fight.
Yeah.
The second time he was training for a welterweight fight.
yeah.
So
And honestly, the second time around was when he looked the best
yeah, because he trained for
because
it.
he went 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Which is something that nobody thought he was ever going to do.
But then again, Diaz wasn't training either.
Yeah.
So neither of them were actually training for
Yeah,
the
the
fight.
first Diaz fight was Diaz took it at what 11 days notice.
Yeah, off the
Something
couch.
like that, 11 days notice.
He said he got off the couch.
Yeah.
For-
I believe it.
The man does triathlons in his
Yeah,
sleep,
he-
so
I mean,
on the
it's not like
couch is
he-
no problem for him.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not like he was just like sitting there.
Like we argued about the other day, like I say the other day, a couple months ago, about
Yeah.
Diaz's. The Diaz's, they're
Oh.
always in shape. They're always ready to fight.
Who said Nick Diaz is fat?
He has a
not
chubby
fucking fat.
face.
He's
He has
chubby.
a fat face.
He has a chubby, fat face. Sure.
when
but
one of
he
the
is
when
always
one of
in
the
shape.
viewers had to send you a picture of
Yes,
what he
one
looks
of
like.
our
just like-
viewers sent me a picture
Wow.
of Nick Diaz
Shout
on the
out,
beach
Eric.
that was taken like days
Still
before
get
we
his
had
ass
that
kicked by
argument, and he was
Masvidal.
fucking chiseled.
He'd still get his ass kicked by Masvidal.
Chiseled. I think he would too.
Chiseled.
He's chiseled.
Still
All right,
get his ass
so-
kicked by Masvidal.
At the end of the day, Who's winning this fight? Don Cerrone
No.
or Jorge Masvidal? Or
Jorge Masvidal.
Jorge already won.
Jorge already beat Cerrone.
Don Cerrone or
Convincingly.
Conor McGregor?
Connor.
Just say a name. Don't say why.
God, don't tell me not to say why. Like,
Don't say why.
there's a stipulation.
Yeah, just one finger.
Like,
Just one.
I would say
If I can stick 3.
I'm 60% Connor,
Ooh, that's low.
40% Cerrone. I'm
That's
60-40. I'm split. I'm kind of split. Not split 50-50, but I'm not like, I can't say Connor's for sure going to win. I just can't. I think the size is going to be a big deal. I think the fact that Connor hasn't won a fight in over 3 years is going to be a big deal. I think that the interview that Kavanaugh had, Connor's coach had, saying that they're letting Connor kind of run the camp and like do his own thing, and everyone's just kind of staying out of his way. And
Connor
that's
quit
something
drinking.
That's
Did he?
good.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great idea.
He hasn't had a drink,
I think
and I think he said
Connor's
2
more
months, 3
focused and
months.
ready for this fight than he was against Khabib. But
Connor's made a commitment to his like health for the first time in a while. He apparently read an article, and I don't know how long ago it was, but I've heard this before, that LeBron James, the NBA player, spends about $1.5 million, almost $2 million on his body every single year, as far as like cryotherapy and all this other stuff to keep his body working at like the highest possible level. And Connor said that before he had read that, he was spending approximately $0 on anything other than like fight camps.
So he's just like me.
So he was going into fight camps and
You
spending the
are
money
Conor
he needed
McGregor.
to, spending the money he needed to get through fight camp. But then outside of camp was just drinking and partying and whatever else. He actually was saying that before the
John
Khabib fight,
Jones.
he was actually drinking backstage, like before that fight, was like drinking glasses of his own whiskey.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Speaking
not
of whiskey, hey, let's all take a shot of this
not
real
as
quick.
like a big fucking.
Hey, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
If you're watching this, drink with us. Take a little sip with us.
This proper.
Take a little sip of
I don't need too much.
Don't feel obligated to drink the whole thing.
No, I gotta work in the morning.
Cheers.
peer pressure.
Ooh, that is good.
It's smooth. It's really smooth. I like that.
Ooh,
Not bad.
that's some good whiskey.
Yes,
On that
is.
note, Connor, you're gonna lose. No, I would take I'd take Connor in that fight too.
Nice little sweet back on
I-
that one too.
I like to see Connor lose just because he's so arrogant, but he's not.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not
the word.
really.
He's toned it down.
Yeah, he's toned it down a lot, and that's why I have a little more respect for him. I mean,
He's toned it down because he's losing fans.
Yeah.
People that used to love him aren't loving him so much anymore, which is he's
He
toning it
hasn't
down
lost-
because he has to.
He hasn't lost any fans in Ireland.
It's not a good
Okay,
look.
but I'm saying overall he's lost. He's lost.
Yeah, I'm
fans.
sure.
It's not a good look.
Happens
to
when you
talk
lose.
all that shit and then lose. It's just
Yeah.
It's not a.
How do you
Yeah.
feel about the fact that his coach said that they're all just kind of staying out of his way and letting him do his thing?
I hate that.
Right?
I was talking to Mike Spooches about that. I'm like, that's the whole point of having a coach in a camp is like they kind of like direct you and help you, like, help point out flaws and your weaknesses maybe you don't see. Like that's. The whole,
Have you heard what his coach said about that too, though? That he's saying that Connor knows more about fighting than any of them combined, which could be true, could not be true. I mean,
All right,
Some good
what
coaches.
the fuck is he paying them for then?
well, you can have a guy that can look at you from the outside and is going to notice things that you're never going to notice on your own or won't admit to yourself on
Yeah,
your own.
that's what I was saying.
And
yeah.
that's fine. And you can still control your camp and think that, hey, this is what I need to work on, this is what I need to do, but still have somebody from the outside go, hey, you're doing this really well, but you know what you should do is a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that, whatever. Where it's not necessarily they're controlling the camp, they're coming up with the game plan, anything else, but it's like, hey, so think about this, think about whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I'll
down there.
I'm
take-
excited
I'll
to
take
see him get
Connor in
back.
that one. I think Connor will take it.
I think he will too.
I mean, with the coach saying, okay, we're letting him do whatever he wants, his own drills, his own camp, basically. And then he's also saying this is the best he's ever looked. You better hope that he wins, or else that coach does not look too good at all. He's going to look like
Yeah.
Edmund Tarverdyan or whatever his name was. Head movement. That,
Hey,
Head my man.
Hey, his boy Edmund Tabozniak or whatever had a nice knockout there. So
Sabazian's been looking amazing, actually.
He has been. Yeah, that's very true.
Other than that, Ronda Rousey looked like shit. And so I could see this coach almost being like the Glendale Fight Club, which is where Ronda Rousey trained out of. Like, oh, they were the best ever. Like, she's undefeated. That's the best camp ever. And now they're almost like a joke.
Are you ever going to hear a coach come out and be like, oh, man, they look like shit this camp? I think they're just going to get fucked up,
true.
man.
It's never happened.
Yeah. So
That's
Cerrone head kick round 3.
whoa. Bold
Cerrone head kick round 3.
prediction.
Official.
I think his chin has taken too much of a beating in the
Lock
last
it in.
8 months.
Lock it in.
I think his chin has taken too much of a beating in the last 8 months. I think that's his only problem.
But the problem is, McGregor hasn't been taking a beating in the last 8 months. He hasn't been taking any punches in the last 3 years.
He had
Not
like
in a legit
he had like
fight.
a boxing match. Like
That's nothing.
I agree.
Khabib tuned him up with some punches. But.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
the Khabib fight was over a year ago. I just feel like there's got to be some type of ring rust with McGregor. Which
Well,
is
I
think
actually
so.
could help
We said
Cerrone.
that about Nate Diaz, too, and he
Yeah,
came
that's
right out
true.
and fucked up Pettis.
Oh, I'm always wrong.
I'm always wrong.
Anyone that watches the podcast or listens to the podcast knows I'm always
So
wrong.
whatever Ryan's pick was, bet against it.
Yeah, my pick is McGregor.
So you guys are all going McGregor?
Yeah.
McGregor.
I'm going McGregor.
I'm actually going to go officially Cerrone.
Do you want to bet hot sauce on that one?
I don't know.
Yes.
I won't
Yes.
be mad if Cowboy wins. I just don't.
I'll be
don't
super
think it's
I'll
gonna
I'll
happen.
love it if
The
if Cowboy
only
wins.
thing that will make me upset about this fight, I mean, even if Cowboy loses, that's fine with me. Even though he's one of my favorite fighters, and I'm not a huge fan of McGregor. Can't say I hate McGregor, but he's not like my favorite fighter, and I
He's
don't
not,
like that. If he wins, he gets a title shot over everyone else.
That's weird.
Because he's Conor McGregor. I
That's
just
weird.
don't like that, and I know,
I think he
like
gets
you said
BMF
earlier,
title
like it's
shot.
not his fault. It's not Conor's fault that he is who he is, like, and he has all the fan base, and that's where all the money is for the UFC and for Conor and all that shit.
He's
I
good at
just
the press
don't like
conference.
that. I hate that that's the reason, just because he's got the name. He has done a lot for the sport, for sure.
Yeah.
But if it's a first-round knockout Conor, knocking out Cerrone in the first round, man, I'm
feel
just
like
going to
that-
sit and stare at the TV for a long time and just...
That's exactly what
I don't
happened.
think
I
he'll
will have nothing
flatline
to
him.
say. I won't be able to move. I'm just gonna sit there and be like, "Fuck."
I don't think he'll flatline him.
That'll upset me.
I think it could be similar to the way that Gaethje knocked out Cerrone, where he's still conscious. It's more of a TKO than anything.
Not all there.
I don't see him
Knocking
like
him
putting
out.
the lights out
No.
on Cerrone.
I just hope the ref doesn't step in and call it too early. Like if Cowboy gets hit, takes a good shot, maybe goes down, and then Conor kind of swarms on him and starts like kind of flurrying him on the ground a little bit, but Cowboy's still there, like trying to defend and shit.
All right, well,
Maybe takes a few shots, and then the ref steps in and like calls it. And
if that's in the
Cerrone's not
first round, I
out,
wouldn't like it.
I'll be upset with that.
It's
I
Nevada,
could see that happening
right? So
too,
I
you
think
know?
we'll be all right on that front. I think they'll
It's
let
in
it
Vegas.
go. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to scare you then. So, Cerrone Ferguson ended with doctor stoppage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because he
Well,
blew his nose in his
Maz-
eye.
that was-
exploded.
Masvidal
that
Diaz.
was-
Masvidal Diaz.
In
That
New
was,
York.
that was in New
Doctors.
York.
That's
That
a
was
good
in New York,
example.
though.
Yeah,
But
that was
I'm
different.
just saying,
This
like,
is,
they
this
were
is
anti-
Vegas.
They were both anticlimactic. And I feel like this
I
could
agree.
definitely be
It
anticlimactic.
could be. It could
Could.
be for sure. Like,
And it's because it's
100%
hyped up so
super
high.
Yeah,
anticlimactic.
exactly.
I mean, any fight has the ability to be anticlimactic, but most of the fights don't have this much fanfare around them either.
Yeah,
So,
if no one knew who Conor McGregor was, this fight would not even be on a main card of a pay-per-view. And it would probably be like...
he was still ranked the way he was, but
Yeah, it would be like the same type of like...
if he didn't
goes
have
the
all
same
his
type
old
of fight.
stuff, then no, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Especially not going up to 170 where he's 1-1.
Like if they had the same records and everything that they do now, except no one cared, basically, this would be like early prelims or something like that, and it wouldn't be
early
not early
prelims. It would
prelims.
definitely be on
It'd
the
be
main
on the main
on
card.
prelims. Yeah, my bad. It would be on the prelims, but like
I still don't think it'd be on the
They-
prelims.
It wouldn't be on the prelims. It'd be on the main card.
It's 4
whatever.
versus 5.
Cerrone doesn't fight on the prelims.
Neither of them have won in the last like 2 fights.
Cerrone's
Yeah,
not
but
fighting on the
Cerrone won
prelims.
3 in a row before that.
Oh.
I don't remember the last time Cerrone fought on the prelims.
That's-
Yeah,
he's always on the
he's
main
one of the
Highly
most
ranked
decorated
guy.
fighters in the UFC.
But
He
there
fought
was
Alexander
is the
Hernandez,
most
who had
decorated.
Granted, he was a big up and comer, and he had a lot of hype behind him, but like he
Fucked
wasn't a
him
big
up.
name, and that was on
Right.
the main
he
card.
fought Darren Till in
Fucked him
Poland,
up.
and he was
Yeah.
the main event. So.
Yeah, main
some
event. And
main
Darren Till
cards.
didn't quite have a name then.
That's
either,
how
and
he
that was a
made
main
his
event.
name, was beating Donald, I think.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
was
he
a
made
big
it.
part of
that's
it
when
anyway,
I,
the big
that's
part
when
of
I
it.
heard him.
Yeah.
Cerrone's he's either going to be a main event or he's going to be on the main
But
card.
regardless, it wouldn't be anticlimactic if it was like a doctor stoppage or something. It's because of how big they are.
Yeah,
That's where there
man.
could be disappointment.
Absolutely.
So I'm
I'll
just
also be disappointed with a clear, no questions asked knockout first round. Conor comes out and like in the first few minutes just lands a left hand and knocks Cerrone out. Because everyone not everyone, but a lot of people sort of expect that to happen.
including me.
So
I'm
I'm
kind
sure.
of-
Yeah, a
I'm-
lot of people do. Like not everyone, but a lot of people do. And if
I'm
that's
40
what happens, it's gonna suck for me.
I'm gonna be
Personally, I'm gonna
I'm
hate
40% that. I'm 40% first round.
Sure.
Another 40% second round, and then
Sure.
the other
20.
20% would
20.
be
Going
Prob-
the distance.
going the distance for Cerrone.
Yeah.
Third, fourth, fifth. They think it goes a distance.
Yep.
Sure.
I think if it's close, you're going to get the judges that are just going to go Conor, which sucks. But
Yeah.
Sure, I can see that.
You know, I'm with you on that. I really don't want to see it end quickly thing. And, like, I don't know. You know, sometimes it's cool, I guess, but, like, when he won the featherweight belt against Aldo and everyone freaked out, oh, he beat him in 12 seconds. I was like,
I was pissed.
yeah, I wanted to see a fight, though. Like, I wanted to
Yeah.
see that had the potential to be a great fight, and it was just over right after
Yeah.
it started. It was like, I
The
don't
only
know.
the only people that were happy about that were Conor fans, which were most of the people that were watching that fight. Conor has the largest fan base of any MMA fighter in the history of MMA. So when he knocked him out in 12 seconds, people went nuts because most people that watched that fight wanted Conor to win.
it's not
And he
like
did.
Conor didn't catch one at the beginning of that fight, though. Aldo landed a pretty decent shot
Yeah.
on it
Sure,
before he got knocked out.
Absolutely.
Connor's
Conor's got a chin, man.
I wanted
Oh,
Conor.
fuck yeah.
There's no doubt. He's a tough fighter, and he's really fucking
Plus,
good.
he's got that beard now as like extra cushion. Yeah.
I wanted Conor to win that fight, that Aldo fight. I was disappointed because I bought it. I bought that fight for like $60 or $70, and it lasted 12 seconds. I was so pissed.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
upset with like a first round knockout. I just when it happens that quick and I just it's not always the most exciting thing. It was when Jorge did it to Ben Askren. don't get me
Oh,
wrong, but-
Jesus.
If it's a good back and forth and it happens like toward the end of the first round, like 4 minutes plus in, like, all right, I guess so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be upset about it. I could see it happening.
I could
I
see it going.
want to see a fight. I want to see multiple rounds, at least 3. I want to see Cerrone win. I really do.
Same.
All the people that are hyping this up and that it's a tune-up fight for McGregor and all this bullshit, and
I think that's disrespectful to Cerrone.
everyone's already talking about like what Conor's gonna do after he wins, the yada yada yada. Which, hold on,
I mean, even he.
pause. If Cerrone wins at
170.
yeah, well, that's where the fight is.
Yeah.
If Cerrone wins, what happens? What happens with Cerrone?
It's a
and what
weird
happens
spot.
with McGregor? Vinny, what does Conor do if he loses?
If Conor loses, I honestly
If you don't have an answer right now, anyone else who has
I
an
wasn't
Masvidal.
I wasn't prepared just because I thought you were going to ask me what happens if Donald
You're
wins.
good. Well,
'cause
if Donald
Ma-
wins, what do you think?
if Cowboy wins, I honestly feel like the UFC is not even like really gonna like give him like a big boost up like he might deserve if he wins that. I really think they're just gonna kind of brush it off. I don't really think they're gonna give him like a really spectacular next fight. Or
Winner of
anything.
Felder Hooker.
Yeah.
You think they put him back at 155?
Yes.
That's
If he
the
wants to
winner
stay
of
at
Felder
170,
Hooker,
but
that's a borderline title contention
eliminator.
fight. Yeah,
You got a lot of guys at 155 though.
In my
I mean, you
opinion.
got Tony, you got Justin Gaethje.
well,
and you
Tony's
got
already fighting for a title.
Conor.
You got Gaethje, yeah.
If Conor regardless, Conor wins or loses, Conor's next fight is against me. It's going to be against Jorge Masvidal.
If he loses?
Really?
If he loses.
Even if he loses?
Even if
Really?
he loses. Because even if he loses...
That's what Jorge probably wants.
Jorge's going to get paid more to fight a losing McGregor than he would against Usman.
How's this?
Probably.
If Conor wins, Jorge. If he loses,
Jorge.
Nate.
Again?
What do you mean again? Yeah, the trilogy fight.
I think if he loses,
dude.
I think win or loss, Jorge's going to want that fight.
Yeah.
Because Jorge just wants the money. I don't think he cares.
I don't think he does.
Here's the
I just
question.
don't think they'll make that
if
fight right
Conor
away. If he
loses to Cerrone, is the money still there?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
how long does it last?
Until he's like
People
0
would
and
s-
10.
People would say that he
Who's
lost
0
it.
and 10?
Yeah.
No, people would say that he lost at 170. They'd be like, "That's way too big for him. He's fighting a guy that's bigger than him." And
There'd be excuses.
So
Yeah,
he wouldn't
no,
fight
that's
Jorge
exactly what
after
it would
that
be.
if he lost, right?
I still think that he might, but that would be the excuse for him losing to Cowboy. Would be, "Oh, it's fought at 170."
I mean,
So
Jorge
you
won't...
have him fight another 170 guy though?
Maybe, but
Jorge
if that's what Jorge wants, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Jorge will not make as much money if he fights Conor with Conor coming off a loss.
I don't think it matters.
I don't think he'll get paid as much.
I think the pay-per-view, they would still be top of the pay-per-view on some fight night later this year.
I think it'll still be a pay-per-view. Conor's always going to be a main event of a pay-per-view.
It'd
no
be
matter
fight week in July, and he'd be he'd be the
Friday
co-main or something like that.
He'd be the Friday Friday pay-per-view. The Friday
Do
main
they
event.
do multi-pay-per-views?
Actually, I don't think they do multiple.
No, they don't. They
you're
do
right.
them all on Saturday, but it wouldn't be the main fight because they'd put a championship fight up there.
Right. I'm just saying that
After Rose beats Jessica Andrade, it'd be Rose against Zhang Wei Li in July,
right.
and then Conor and Jorge would be the undercard of that.
Dang, not predicting any winners of those two fights, huh?
I mean, I still think Conor's going to...
I didn't say I was going to bet against Joanna. I just Zhang Wei Li scares me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think no matter what, Jorge's going to fight Conor after this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Connor said it. They all think I'm toast, but I'm still this bread.
I love that. I heard that. I was like, yeah, that's funny. I
is
like
good.
that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, maybe not. He doesn't lose all his credibility for what he's done and who he is if he loses this fight. But how many more could he lose and still have the name and have the
That's the
popularity
question,
and all
right?
that?
Like, how many fights does he have to lose
He's not out of his prime.
to not have the name that he still has?
He hasn't won in 3 years, and this is still one of the most talked about
He
fights.
hasn't won in 3 years, but you're only
Yeah,
talking 3 fights.
Yeah, he hasn't been very active in that 3 years either.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What if Ronda Rousey decided to come back?
You're
and
talking
fight?
It
2
would still
fights,
sell
actually.
so much.
In those
Exactly.
3 years that
Ronda-
he hasn't won, he's
Ronda
only
would
lost
sell so many pay-per-views.
Exactly.
Brock Lesnar would sell so many pay-per-views.
Exactly.
That's true.
Doesn't matter. It's a name.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
just the name. It's not us. It's not us type of fans. Because us type
No,
of
it's
fans would
casuals.
be, it's all the casuals, all the people that are not
That's
watching
true.
this podcast.
That's true.
What do you mean? Who's not watching this?
Everyone's watching.
Everyone's
this.
watching this. What's
But
up?
the casuals.
What's
aren't.
up, everyone?
What's up, everyone?
Everyone.
So say Conor wins. I don't think he deserves a title shot at 155.
He deserves
No.
the BMF title shot.
I think if he wants
still
to get it,
loses?
if he wants to get a
170.
no, if he wins,
I disagree, man.
if he win, no, not I. If he wins, he shouldn't fight again at 170 because that's not helping his case to get another fight with Khabib. If he
That's
keeps
true.
winning at 170, that's stupid.
This is true.
That's why when Dana came right out and was like, "Oh, if he wins there and then wins like one other fight at 155," I'm like, "No, you got a couple more legitimate contenders at 155 after what Kevin Lee just did, and if he beats Islam Makhachev, then he's right up there again. I mean, you can't just ignore it. So, I think if he wins at 170, he has to fight at least 2 fights at 155 before he deserves it and before Khabib would even listen to it.
That's the thing is Dana White, the president of the UFC, comes out and says, if Conor wins, he's gonna fight Khabib. Khabib I
Khabib
mean,
said straight up no.
I feel like any amount of money with a guy like Khabib, like
he
he
doesn't
doesn't
fucking care.
He's good. He's
Yeah,
set.
He's
already made millions when he first
he's made
fought
it
Conor.
clear he does not give a fuck about.
He doesn't give
money.
a shit.
Also, doesn't he still like reside most of his time in Dagestan?
Yes.
So he's got to
Which
be
million,
the
like,
most
$5 million
popular
goes a
person
long way.
in no, not even that. You think he pays for anything when he goes anywhere?
Highly doubt it.
Same thing. Connor goes to any bar, any restaurant, anything in Ireland, even
Punches an
in
old
Vegas. He doesn't pay for anything.
He punches an old
Guaranteed.
guy.
No, whatever. Same.
What do you mean, whatever, dude? He's a piece of shit.
Oh, I didn't mean whatever to the
Conor
punching an
McGregor.
old guy. I mean the whatever to.
He's a fucking asshole. Hope he gets his fucking head kicked in.
It's not gonna, but
I hope he does.
it won't.
Not going to.
I want him to lose.
All right. So,
Cowboy, third round, head kick, knockout, win.
Not gonna happen.
question: Connor, if he wins against Cowboy,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't get direct title shot at Khabib, and
He
he
won't.
does get
Better
a
not.
fight at 155 next, who's it gonna be?
Should be
Gaethje.
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 And if he can beat Gaethje, then he can get a
I would
title.
much rather
then
see
he can be in
Gaethje
the
just get the next
conversation.
title shot, though. At the same time, I'd
I
like to see
would.
Gaethje get the next title shot.
I think Gaethje wants to get paid too.
I don't think they're gonna give him Gaethje just because I think
Conor
they're gonna
Poirier
want to
too.
duck Gaethje. They're not gonna want to have Conor
No,
go in there
exactly.
and
It's
potentially lose to him.
typical UFC politics of we got a little bit younger guy that's on his way up that should be fighting for a title soon, and you've got your old man, your like most popular guy in the division that is coming back, and they're not going to want to knock either one of them off the top. They're going to want to have both of those guys fight for a title within the year.
Yeah, I just said to the guy I was working with today, I said, if somebody is going to be the first guy to knock Conor McGregor out, I think it's going to be Justin Gaethje.
I think Gaethje has the style.
I'm with you.
I think Gaethje, actually, that'd be a great fight because that would really cement both of them fighting for a title. If Gaethje beats,
I think you'd finally see Gaethje's wrestling.
yeah. If
Finally.
if McGregor beats Cerrone, and then he fights Gaethje, the winner of that deserves a title shot.
Yep.
If McGregor can beat Gaethje after beating Cerrone at 170, he deserves 155.
Gaethje's-
Gaethje, if he deserves, if he beats McGregor after McGregor beats Cerrone at 170 and then comes down, and then he wins against McGregor at 155, Gaethje deserves a title shot.
Do you guys agree with me that Gaethje is like the most dangerous guy at 155?
No, but I think he has the right.
No.
So distinct. No.
I think he
but
is.
I
I
think-
think he's more dangerous than Tony, more dangerous than Khabib. I think Gaethje right now,
Tony?
I think
currently right now,
No.
Gaethje is like nobody wants to fight him.
I think he's a little reckless is his problem.
Unbeatable.
no.
I think he's
totally
reckless.
looks beatable.
he
but
lost his first
disagree.
2 fights in the
He-
UFC, though.
Exactly. He totally looks beatable, but he has the right style to beat Khabib, and he has the right style to beat McGregor.
What's the right style to be Khabib, though?
I think just a super durable guy that can bring it into the late rounds and then strike with him.
Also has unbelievable wrestling that no one ever sees.
I've never seen it, but
That's the thing, though.
It
If you
is
never,
unbelievable because
Yeah.
I can't believe that because I've never
exactly.
seen it.
That's
Never
the only
seen it.
problem with it is that
It's
yeah,
there.
you can have all the accolades
it's
you
there.
want. Yeah,
Gaethje
but
in
you can
my-
have
in my-
again, you can have all the accolades you want, but if you've never wrestled a guy like Habib, it's not going to matter.
And you know what?
I just think, in
They-
my opinion, Gaethje is he's the next champ. It's just a matter of time when he gets the shot.
who did he lose?
Doesn't matter who
he
it's gonna
lost to
be.
Poirier, right?
He did lose to Poirier.
He would lose to Poirier again.
Correct.
If they fought again,
I disagree.
Poirier would beat him again.
I think
I don't
Poirier
think
got
so.
lucky.
But here's the thing. So what we're talking about with
Poirier
the
got lucky.
Yeah.
I don't
What?
know about
I think
that.
So-
Poirier would lose to
what?
Conor again.
So we're talking about how Gaethje's wrestling is like unbelievable and everything. We've never seen it. Roy Nelson was always touted as he's got great jiu-jitsu. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's got great jiu-jitsu. That's
Big
all I heard
country?
about Roy Nelson. Yeah, big country Roy Nelson, heavyweight.
Can't
That's
picture
all they ever said. Literally from the first time I saw him on The Ultimate Fighter until his last fight, like his jiu-jitsu's fantastic. Never, ever saw it. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost and lost and lost. And it's like, okay, this guy sucks. Maybe he has great jiu-jitsu. He's never used it. Not saying Gaethje has shitty wrestling, but if I'm never going to see it, then he doesn't have great wrestling. Because if you're not using it, it's no one's gonna be like, oh wow, he has really good wrestling though, even though he's on a 12-fight lose streak. Like no one cares.
He's not on a 12-fight losing
I'm not saying
streak.
he is. I'm just saying his wrestling doesn't matter until he actually uses it.
He never had to.
If he doesn't use it, it doesn't matter.
So,
But
in
Poirier would beat him
regard
again.
to my point about who McGregor will fight at 55 next, if it's not Khabib,
It'll be Poirier.
it will be Poirier, and for the exact reason you just said,
That's what I
because
think, too.
he already beat him, and he's right there, so they're gonna be like, "Yep, go get him."
Yep.
Sure.
That makes
I think
sense
so too.
And I think Dustin will. He's definitely gonna put up a better fight this time. That I know.
Oh, most
He's not
100%.
gonna get knocked out in the
100%.
first round this time.
He's a way
No,
better
he'd get
fighter than
knocked
he
out in the
was
third
when he
round.
fought.
Get knocked out in the third round.
See, here's the thing though, like I don't like how much has Conor improved? Like,
We don't know.
is he just that good?
See, I don't know if he's really
Has he-
improved. I think
right,
he's just
has he
always been
improved a lot?
amazing. It's like I don't know how much he can improve
Like
if
Poirier-
not on his wrestling and like
His visibly improved.
Poirier's
Like, you
gotten
can
a
see it.
yeah.
You can see the improvements. Every fight that he
Yeah,
has, he gets better and
I
better.
could see him
regardless
winning
of the
that, yeah.
loss against Khabib. You can see the improvement.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
every fight he had before that, what was he on, a 3 or 4 fight win
But
streak?
if Conor
before
is
he fought him
naturally
for the
that
title?
much better than Dustin Poirier, it doesn't matter how much he gains if he still is not as good a striker as Conor.
What I'm
and if-
saying is, like, I think now if
They might
fought
be
today.
I still don't think his striking is as good as Connor's.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you,
I
the
don't know
southpaw
about
is a
that.
pain in the ass to deal with.
Sure,
They're both
I don't
southpaws.
disagree with that,
Yeah.
but he's also. I was gonna say,
yeah.
It's a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah,
That's what I think is going to
for
get
sure he is.
Cowboy in this fight, is having to fight a southpaw.
I think the amount of experience, the amount of training, and the amount of drive that Poirier has since that Conor fight.
I think he's lost some.
Sure,
By-
I'm
by
not saying
losing
he's
to
won
Khabib.
every fight. I don't know. We'd have to go back and look, but
Going in,
Since losing,
I just think if you look at where he was in his career and in his abilities when he fought Conor, when he lost to him, compared to right now, he's a different fighter.
Oh, I agree.
But I don't know if Conor's a different fighter. I don't think he is.
the
Right.
Khabib,
I think Poirier takes that.
be.
the Khabib fight
I don't
aside,
think it matters if he is or isn't. I think
he has
Poirier
to.
takes
I think he has to do better on the ground.
And I
Wrestling
think
and
that's
ground.
why he constantly is training with a guy who's the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in Bellator.
Yeah. And actually, Danis did say like
Dylan
his
Danis is no fucking joke. man.
Danis
He's
did.
good.
Danis said that McGregor has the best jiu-jitsu. That's what Danis said.
Sure, of course he said
He's
that.
going to
again-
say that.
Yeah,
He's going to say
exactly.
that the same
Could
as,
be true, could be not true.
Same as every
Really.
coach is going to tell you that it's the best fighter,
Yeah.
best they've looked ever.
Oh,
Best camp
Yeah.
we've ever had.
Yep.
I mean, it'd be great. I mean,
Could
how
be true though.
how fucking shocked would everybody be if somehow Cowboy takes him down and then Conor locks up a fucking triangle on him or
I'd be-
something like that? You'd be like,
Sure.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Well,
He could though.
Yes,
That
no,
could
exactly.
happen.
Exactly.
what's
But
the-
that would
It's like
scare
he
the
knows
shit out of
he knows
everybody.
how to do it.
Yeah.
what's the odds on that?
Oh, him winning by submission? I think it's like plus 6,000 or something.
But you know,
sounds
you'll
right.
be as rich as Conor.
Has
you know-
Cowboy
right.
ever been submitted in his career?
I don't think so.
Like 40 plus
All right.
fights?
Plus 2,500 Conor by submission.
Damn.
Yeah.
see
I don't think Cerrone's ever been submitted.
if McGregor,
It's all
could-
right. I'm about to pop in
I
a $20 slip that could
Wait,
pay out
wait.
$2,200. So
I could
Didn't
be
Nate,
wrong, but
Nate Diaz submitted him, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
Nate Diaz hit him with an RNC the same
Yeah.
way fucking Khabib hit him with one.
Yeah, Nate Diaz
no,
submitted him, I
no,
believe.
no, no.
Are we talking about somebody else?
Cerrone.
Yeah,
oh,
Cerrone.
sorry. No, I'm talking about Conor.
No, he didn't submit Cerrone? I
don't
swear
know.
he did.
Diaz?
I swear he did.
no, he TKO'd him.
Did he?
No, I think it was actually a decision. It was
There
either
you go.
decision
Lock
or
it up.
TKO.
Lock it up right now.
I don't think Cerrone's ever been submitted.
Alexa Grasso by submission. Alexei Olenek by submission. Holly Holm by decision. Conor by KO, TKO, or DQ. $20 bet. $2,200.
Oh, it was a decision.
Lock it up.
It was a
Decision.
decision versus
Lock
Cerrone.
it up.
Nate.
I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, you guys call me on the comments, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna put this one out here.
No
So
submission
the
was
only way McGregor can fight for the 155 title by winning this, he has to submit Cowboy Cerrone. If he submits him, he can fight McGregor. He can
Conor
fight Cowboy.
submits him,
Or what the
yeah.
fuck is his name? Khabib.
Habib.
I say Khabib
That's fine.
because that's what Joe Rogan says.
That's fine. Habib.
Khabib.
Or you can do. You can pull a.
The ha? No, don't do that.
No,
shit.
what's his name? No. What's
Joey Diaz.
No. Joey Diaz is Kalabib.
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 Kalabab.
Yeah. Who's the other? Brendan Schaub. Khabib.
I don't do that.
Khabib.
I don't do that.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
No, I just say Khabib because that's what
Cowboys
Dana
been
says.
submitted once.
Oh,
Was
by
in
who?
UFC?
By who?
I'm looking right now.
Not by Diaz.
So
Diaz beat
curious.
him via
Yeah, it was
unanimous
decision.
Yeah, decision.
Um,
Vinny.
yeah. So Dana and Joe Rogan both
I'm
say
looking.
Dana.
Evan Dunham.
Oh, Evan Dunham got him?
No, Cerrone won that fight by triangle and won the submission of the night.
Oh, Benson
Hey.
Henderson.
Oh.
Guillotine. Benson Henderson. First round guillotine.
Guillotine. Oh,
2010.
WEC.
Yeah, probably.
20 so it's been 10
Who's now
years.
cornering Jared Cannonier.
10 years
Ben
since
Henderson
he's
is?
been submitted. And it's only happened once.
Real quick, I just wanted to comment earlier. We were talking about, I didn't get
Do
it,
it.
but
Do it.
Dustin Poirier, since he lost to Conor, aside from his loss to Khabib, his only other loss was to, I think, Michael Johnson.
And
Knocked him
Korean
out.
Zombie.
Did he lose a Korean Zombie after Conor?
Yeah.
He did?
Yep. Korean Zombie.
Oh.
Darsed him.
Oh.
Dars.
But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, Dustin's been on quite
Wonder
the
if he learned
tear
that
at
on
lightweight.
YouTube.
He's
Mm-hmm.
been killing a lot of people, a lot of monsters in that division.
Mm-hmm.
Training with Jorge Masvidal.
Actually, he darsed him. I don't know if it was.
He's going to
before
kill
or
Colby
after.
Covington next time he sees him,
I
too.
love that.
Who, Poirier?
Yeah.
Sweet.
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 Jorge said that it's tough to even get close to Colby.
Mm-hmm.
He said that it's basically like he has a fucking Secret Service detail.
Yeah,
on him.
right? Yeah, like
Yeah.
He's
He's
got
like,
president's men.
he said
with
he's
him.
not entirely sure if he's like somehow on the payroll from the White House because he actually has like people that follow him around and like protect him.
He's probably paying those people.
He's paying them like fucking $30 an hour to walk around, look like Secret Service.
Is he paying
I
paying him like those girls that he was trying to pay in Brazil that all
Yeah,
like
that's all bullshit.
were like get the fuck out of here?
Everything that Colby Covington does is fucking bullshit.
Except for his fighting.
It's
Yeah, his
Sure,
fighting
his
is not
fighting's
bullshit.
great.
Shit, yeah.
Fighting aside,
Connor can fight
every
him.
other
That'd be
thing
fun.
Colby Covington does is
Colby
nonsense.
versus Colby versus
Colby beat
Conor.
him. I
Colby
think
would beat him. Yeah, Colby would beat him.
Colby
The
probably beat
biggest
him.
trash talking event in UFC history.
Oh, that's
That would be
great.
fucking awesome.
It would be it would probably be the best set of press conferences you've ever seen.
It would be
Those two
great.
going
Sure,
back
if
and
Connor
forth.
if Connor wins or loses, him and Kobe all
Yeah.
day.
Well, they both lose. Both at 170. Yeah. Why
The
not?
All-American,
No, get Colby to
make
cut
America
down.
great again versus the Irishman. Let's
Colby's
go.
got to go to 155 though.
Ooh,
I don't think Kobe can
good
make
luck with
155.
He ain't that
that.
big.
I don't know if he can make 155.
he ain't getting to 155.
How
He ain't that
Smaller
big.
than me.
He's too.
He's a big dude.
He's too muscular.
smaller
He's
than me.
5'11".
He's a big
He's too
guy.
muscular.
No
He ain't that
way,
big.
dude. No way.
He ain't 5'11". He's definitely 5'11".
He could maybe make the
I
weight,
just
but
mean
like
he's
it'd
not
be
that
like
big.
fucking.
I don't mean
He
like-
could
I don't mean
get to
he's
155,
pretty
but
cut
I
at
don't think.
170, ain't he? You don't think so?
Yeah, but look at
Definitely.
Usman, man.
Colby's smaller than me.
What are you talking about?
Colby's smaller than me.
5'11".
No, he's not.
He's smaller than me.
Nope.
Yeah, he's 5'11 and a half.
I thought you said
Not
you were
smaller
5'10
than
and
me.
a half.
I am. I'm
Don't
just
worry
trolling.
about
Don't worry about it. I'm the height and reach guy. You can't get one past me.
I took the bait.
It's the first time I've gone onto a Wikipedia page and it actually has public image and criticisms
Of Colby.
Colby, yeah, of course.
Fantastic.
Everybody fucking hates him.
They have controversies for McGregor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You got anything else we want to talk about? We good here?
2 hours and 2 minutes. Welcome to the
Holy
longest guys
shit.
talking.
damn.
No way.
We
Yeah.
It's been a whole hour since
went-
the tank talk?
Yeah, it went bonkers after 55 minutes. The next time I looked at it was like an hour 35, and I was like, holy fuck.
yeah,
We're
we
over
spent
2
an hour
hours?
on one fight.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
basically.
It's
Well,
the biggest fight.
Basically.
we talked about a fight for an hour. This is going to be over in 5 minutes. You're welcome.
Good.
Chris.
I'm taking Connor.
Nah, it'll be longer than that.
I'm taking
Hot sauce.
I'm taking Cowboy.
Cowboys
Hot sauce?
taking
Hot,
Cowboys.
I'll do a hot sauce.
Late
Hot
second.
shot.
Sauce is
That's
official.
two. That's
It's
two hot
official.
shots you got to
Late
do.
second,
official.
early.
What was the other
What's
fight?
the other
early
one?
third.
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't remember.
Olenek by
We'll
submission
have to go back
Yeah,
and
it was
watch
over
Olenek,
Mo
right?
Green.
Olenek. Yeah, I
Oh,
took
you're taking
Green.
Mo
You took,
Green?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
taking.
Dumbass.
Oh, you're taking Olenek,
Mean
the
Mo
old
Green.
fucking guy who's super washed up.
Who's 57 and 12?
Yeah,
Yeah.
50.
Against the guy who's
Fucking
8 and
insane.
4.
Exactly.
Fucking insane.
Yeah,
That
good
is
luck.
bonkers.
Well, actually, now that
Have
you
fun
say
taking
that,
a
it
hot
sounds
shot of
like
hot sauce.
Maurice Green's going to lose.
We're gonna win, dude.
I'm taking Olenek.
He's taking Olenek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's on my side.
Oh,
It's a
you're
tough
taking
spot.
Olenek. Okay.
Maurice has
Green?
got this shit all day. He's got it.
Conor wins. Conor gets Poirier. He wins that one too.
He gets Khabib.
He fights the. I think he's got to fight one more time, only because Khabib, I think, straight up said he's got to win 2 fights at 155 before he'll entertain it. But yeah, no, I think he's got to fight one more at 155. It won't be Gaethje.
Sure.
It'll be
Winner of
that's exactly
Hooker
what I was
and
thinking.
Felder, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking, especially if it's Felder,
Uker.
because they don't give a shit if Felder fights for a title.
I love Hooker. I don't think Felder's winning that one.
I don't think so either, but I think if he does win, that's the clear one for him to fight too,
For
because
sure.
it's a known guy.
I got Felder.
No,
I got Felder
think
in that one.
Hooker.
It was such a
Too
close
good.
fight
I got
against
Felder.
it was such a close fight against Edson Barboza.
Barboza, yeah.
And I think Hooker's going to do the same shit to him. And he's
Yeah.
he's a little bit older.
He
What is
might.
he, 5 years older than
Hooker.
Hooker, I think? Felder's like mid-30s, and I think Hooker's only like 27 or
Felder's not like
28.
an old dude.
No,
think-
but still, 5 years is still a lot.
think
in fighting.
Hooker's
Felder was saying
29
if he
30.
loses this fight, he's probably going to retire.
Well, I mean, he's probably making enough money
Yeah,
announcing fights and shit. I
He's
mean,
main
why not?
eventing this card, so
He's saying
Yeah.
like he basically like
Yeah.
Felder's saying he wants a
Be a cool
title
20 mil for
or
him.
He's done. He's like if he loses this fight, then he's got at least 3 or 4 more wins to go till he can get a title shot. And
I
he's
think
not
2.
willing to do that. If he loses,
Oh yeah.
If he
no,
loses
if
this
he
fight,
loses, he's gonna
he's
drop
got
to
4.
like
He
10.
needs like 4 or 5 wins to get
There's
back. to
too
title
many other
contention.
good guys. I mean, we just
Yeah,
talked
so he's
about.
saying if he wins this fight, he probably gets a title fight, or he wins
he's
one
got to get
more
one more.
and then gets a title fight, which he's
Yeah,
fine with
there's
doing.
too many guys in the top
But if
5.
he loses, he's going to retire.
yeah, he'll just
And-
retire to the
Gaethje would
commentator
get
booth,
pissed,
make his
Conor
money
would get
there.
Absolutely,
pissed,
no, for
Poirier
sure.
would get
He's going to
pissed.
make money regardless. But I think for
Kevin
Felder,
Lee
like
would
it's
get
a
pissed.
title shot or bust, and this is a big fight for him. And if he loses, like that sets him back a lot. And yeah, I think he's done after that. He even said he's going to be done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most def.
Well, I got
Most def.
Felder.
For Rizzle.
I would take Felder on that.
Felder's going to lose that fight.
one.
I'd give it.
He's
I'd give it to
Hooker.
Hooker.
Hangman.
Yeah.
It's not a bad.
Sorry,
choice.
Irish Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Irish Dragon's good, too.
I
But
think Felder. I don't think he's done yet.
I was just too impressed with Dan Hooker in his last fight to bet against
That's
him.
the thing, man.
All right,
He
let's
was
end this
so
shit.
good.
This is long as fuck.
End it.
So
End it.
good.
Hangman.
End
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Like, share, subscribe. Thanks
Jack Ray.
everybody.
Epstein is not the hangman.
Love you guys.